You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Good evening, Kinapa. As a Calypsonian, I sing observing the Chinese population and how they moving. Cause anywhere that you're turning with sweet tea and tea, it's Chinese restaurant, casino and grocery. I see innovation. They are doing great, but we cannot speak their language, and that's a sad thing. So for understanding and good communication, I volunteer to teach Chinese for better relations. Listen, if you want to say something is not right, you have to say something wrong. And if you can't buy the mechanic overnight, you have to say my car dumb. You are immediately. Well, that is come now. And a big dog or small puppy, that is for wow. Not that fat person, walk fat thing. And Chinese for punchy garland is big yak thing. It's that hard to learn. You just have to make up your mind. Sit back, relax, and pay attention. It's Chinese tuition time. Yaga yaga ya ya. Yum. Yes. Kaiser. Ignorance of a language is a short breakdown. So to address these challenges, I wrote this song. Because we don't speak Spanish, Hindi, and Patois. And for emancipation, we learn words of Yoruba. When you go to the grocery, you just wonder what they say is eh? And in the restaurant waiting for food is the same damn thing. And if they notice you know Chinese, they just hush them out. Just say how, oh yes, and you will see what that thing is about. Listen, if it make it cold and you want some Lipton, you have to say one, some tea. And if somebody's attitude causes friction, look at them and say, young, leave. If you don't want people to see you hiding. And let the girls in school uniform is still and young thing. I have a present for Super Blue. It's for Super. And if your phone ring by the car wash, that's the money. Washing car. They know karate, judo, and ninja skills of all kinds. Sit back, relax, and pay attention. This knowledge could help me fight crime. Yabba, yabba, yabba. My Kaiso, our toys are toys. Common sense was made before books and college. Once you know a language, you will get the knowledge. Chinese people don't mix up with their relation. You don't see Chinese women with Indian or African man. Chinese does work real hard and save the money. They go run nothing like gold brand name and Nike. 90 years old and look like 15. Go bring on them head at all. Check the obituaries when last you see a Chinese funeral. listen. If you ever flew on an aeroplane, listen, yes, you will fly being high. And if your suit and your tie don't match your look pain, you're simply wearing one tie. If you're cheating on your diet, why you munching? And any act that is unlawful is a wrong thing. Your husband or your wife, just say my thing. And the Mashra finals this year is a one something. They don't eat KFC, bubbles fill out neither roti. What they eat, and I'd like to know. But what was they making children for so? Yaka yaka ya ya. A Chinese girl in the grocery gave me her number. I never see the girl again like they sent she back to China. I used to drink with a tall Chinese boy named Wong. Remember Wong? They find me getting too close. They sent me back to Hong Kong. What is this great secret? I would like to know. It has to be beneficial, that's why they do it so. In this day of recession, and the country have no money, but like they have a money tree, for 3 new groceries open in Grandy. By me, if you lose your job because of recession, you have to say my what son. And if you're feeling romantic in your relation, watch your love and say me what? In talk you're getting wrecked for no parking. And if you love have a lover, they are someone take. Shaolin temple land on Shaolin monk and massive ghost and some get banned for these important beautiful women. But I am not a fornicator. But if the children get my younger, tiny children one day they call me grandpa. Yaga yaga ya ya. Yeah, yeah. We go now. Yaga yaga ya ya. Fantastic.
You know why? You know why, Tommy? You right, Tommy. My mic was muted. Oh God! Well, yes. That is a right box. You know, because I just finished off another live there, Tommy, in Chumaka Claventel. That was very close to my heart. Huh?
You got through with it?
Yeah. We did a live direct out of Chumaka Claventel, man.
Nice.
I mean, it was the only thing I do is to cry, brother. I'll be honest with you.
Lord.
The only thing I do is to cry, boy. Them building and them same building, man. 10 years, boy. 10 years. 10 years them building sitting there, boy, under the wicked PNM government.
Oh Lord.
You know what I mean? The wicked PNM government.
But that too will pass, eh?
Huh?
That too will pass, trust me.
You know, Tommy, boy, I don't understand humans, you know, boy. what it is in anyway, we will get to that. Let me get to the chat first. Of course,
Yeah, we
Nadia
have
was
to.
inside first tonight, boy. Nadia was inside 411. So listen now, we had all kind of mix up today, though. We had a stream this morning with Fa. You know who's Fa? The Attorney General Fa. Yeah, I call him Fa from now on. I ain't had to pronounce all them three. So the Attorney General Fa had a thing this morning, a press conference. You know,
Mhm.
I will see if we could get invited to them press conference, boy, because we ain't getting invited to none of them at all, you know. And
Well,
and Ron DMC was inside first on that one, right? So he said, I am first, right? Yes, he was in first on that one. And then we had another one, another live out at Chumaka Claventel, and Nadia was first in that one. And then we
yes,
had this one again. Nadia was first. So Nadia looking at them young ladies, and
yeah,
then Nadia just like first day, first over there. But you know, it's interesting, and we go talk a little bit about that tonight. And we have coming up um, Samuel Stafford. You know, he's a kind of a known activist, and we will talk to him as well. You know, Rose Celestine, welcome.
yes, indeed. Welcome to Rose and to Mr. Montano.
Yeah. Nutscake, welcome.
Yeah, not she was early too.
Yeah. Trinidad have more deaths in December, a population of 4. Boy,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Albert,
Montano have
Trinidad
them
has more
from.
deaths in December with a population of 1.4 million than Ontario with a population of 14 million over the last 3 months. No,
Yeah,
what
that's
are
it.
they worrying about? Them following the science. Is the science they're following?
Oh boy.
Is the science? Minister said Trinidad and Tobago has the best healthcare service in the Caribbean. So how come they have more deaths than the whole of the Eastern Caribbean? Albert, they following the science, man. What are you worrying about?
Yeah,
Is the science. Albert
I
say he
see.
busy in the kitchen
Yeah, but
helping
he be
his wife
doing
make
all the
pasta.
preparation for Christmas, boss.
Yeah, and preparing a pork leg seasoning for Christmas, boy. What, Albert? A pork leg, boy?
Well, Trini
Yeah, right.
business.
Yeah, Nutscake say, here a real Trini Christmas.
Yeah.
Rajfi inside. Run the MC. Yeah, there was 2 programs running. We was running one over on the you were streaming that other one live, and we were streaming this one. Lana,
But,
welcome. Lana say, don't make joke. My good friend Stafford in the village tonight. Yeah, Lana, we just bring everybody in here.
hey,
Stick inside.
the Queen
Ronnie
still
Roberts,
celebrating
boy.
her birthday.
Who's that?
Aslam, I
Who?
said the Queen still celebrating her birthday.
Oh no, she had something to do, and she says she'll be in a little late. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We get
Well, just when she come, we want to know how long it is that she gonna take before she come.
She like that song too bad, you know. How long it is? You gotta play that one again for she tonight. She loved that one too bad. Yeah. Nah, we ain't getting Twiggy tonight. Twiggy have a different story. Diana can tell you Twiggy's story.
Oh,
Um, Nutscake, Lana,
chat.
only one Twiggy. You'll get Twiggy, man. Don't worry. Troy Smith, boy, he inside.
Lana said like Diana drink a whole bottle of rum.
No, I know. Wherever Diana must he take it, must he too long. I know.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but you fix out what you think quickly. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was me, there, boy. I was
Yeah.
I had the thing on mute because I'm muting my mic, boy. And some sounding great. What do you mean by that? Not skip what you mean by that? I know not skicks are sounding great. I know what that means. Funny. Tommy.
Oi.
Yes, Tommy Hines was Wall Street guest who failed airlines.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, welcome, Troy Smith.
Is Gary on? Vonnie wants to know.
I don't know, Gary wife take back the phone again. He was inside. He was there one time and then I last time he see disappear. I don't know, boy. I not me. I having a second phone just in case, boy.
Oh Lord. He said
Just
yes,
in
Tommy
case.
Hines was Wall Street guest. Laugh out loud. Oh God.
Malana, why is Christmas? Why is Christmas a sad thing? One of us want to know who invited them for Christmas. Now, yeah, all I see me love until I bang. Tommy, me, I don't kind of bend down. I go solo there. Nobody tell.
Are you there? Are you there? Your audio gone, Anselm?
No, I remove myself from the stream by mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. So, folks, this was a special outfit today. I'm a hide that comment there because I was doing the Lavantel stream now. You know the Lavantel thing, and then the Lavantel hat. You know what I mean? You know, you had a rap love until. I don't do one
Love
that was love
until,
until. Love until.
love until, right?
Yeah, love until. Yeah, love until.
Until forever.
You want to see fish sticks? We like to see Heinz in the village. Each time Heinz speak, he does sell out the piano. And so many people lost loved ones to COVID-19 and this pandemic. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But this is the thing, eh? And why do people still think that COVID-19 is not real? You tell me?
You know, it is more real than ever. And another thing too is just that in Trinidad, the ability to manage it has slipped away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I think in most places you find that they are managing it much better than Trinidad and Tobago. I'll reserve my comments when it comes to.
Yeah. Nadia, thank you very much. Oh yes, you look special today, boy. Yeah, Nadia, full 100. Full 100. We making joke.
Until special, boy.
Yeah. What tax? But listen, I hold on, I want to do something. I have some. Hey, but wait now, Tommy.
Oi.
You see the one. You see the one with with Ian Allen, boy.
No, I didn't observe that. What?
All right, hold up. Let me get
Enlighten
that
me.
one.
Enlighten.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get that one. Hold on. Let me get that one for you. All them fellas and them. All boy. Ian Allen with a lot of all you had, boy. Ian Allen with a lot of all you had. A lot, boy. Ian, boy. Ian, boy. I'm gonna play that for you, Tommy, boy. Yeah. All you, them fellas of them in Trinidad. Why is not one there? Okay, here we go. Them fellas in Trinidad ain't easy, no, Tommy. They're not easy. So here is Ian Allen. Listen.
I'm not a hungry man, and all those people who take PLM buy me and Rowdy, them cannot buy me, man. Them cannot buy me. Because as much as you see me here, Ian Allen, I am not a hungry man. And I stand boldly and I say that.
A few moments later.
I spoke about mandatory vaccination. Now, I totally agree because outside in the world here, if you are vaccinated, let government workers are vaccinated. You're staying home, you know. And he's right, don't pay them, don't pay them, don't pay them. Don't pay them. Easy to see, my dear friends. It is easy to see something ain't right. Something is not right. See? Somebody says sell out. Is it sell out or buy out? Which one it is? Notice I express no view on the matter. But if you say sell out, it could only say somebody had to buy it. Somebody had to buy it.
You think it's easy, boy?
Wow. I seen that one with Manning before, you know.
Yeah. Well, we had to just add that one to Ian Allen, boy. That was listen. Boy. Oh, I have to get this song, boy. That just reminds me of a song. Let me look for that song. Answer them true. I leave Ian out. Ian, you don't. You know why? Real people in Trinidad like Ian Allen, you know. Real people, you know. They say, boy, Ian Allen never got so much cuss on a live yet. They cuss him. You see, them fellas in them are not interested in keeping it real. And them fellas in them are real followers, boy. People following them left, right, and center. Right? Left, right, and center. All following Ian. Look at Ian. Caris, welcome. Inside. Right? Yeah. The man about real following, you know, boy. Tommy.
Ian started a trend, you know.
No, you're not following. You're not following. He's
definitely a trailblazer when it comes to his type of.
Yeah. You can't stop him. No, you can't stop him in truth. He's a trendsetter. And a
because beyond the tape is a spin-off. We know that.
But when you fall, boy, when you fall like that, it does fall hard, you know.
Of course.
You know, I want to play this song for you. You see, we played this song a long time ago here in the village when we first started here, and people didn't get the gist of the song. But let me go back. Let me check something first, yeah. People didn't get the gist of this song, but I want you all to listen to this song. This song is a song. It's not a popular song in Trinidad and Tobago, but it explains Ian Allen and people like Ian Allen and them. It explains it. So if all you didn't understand them fellas and them, all you go understand when all you hear this song.
Brand new. It has been said that every man have a price, whether emperor or pauper. Which one are you? Call your price. Call your price. Hey, Trinidad. This is a true story. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. Ding, 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 ding. T-die. From since the days of old, one story has been told, is that men will sell their souls to the highest bidder. You can check out any Bible, even Jesus Christ's disciple sold him out for 30 pieces of silver. Every man has a price. I heard a wise man say, just wait till the circumstances come your way. In this paradise where money is king, to have a deep pocket is no big thing. So folks could be bought for next to nothing. So I sing, what is the price? What is the price that was paid to put Section 34 on the nation? What is the price? What is the price that was paid to save your two friends from the extradition? What is the price? What is the price? The whole of paradise anxious to know. Was it a seat in your government to make a fool of the parliament and destroy the image of Trinbago? We want to know. Call your price. Call your price. Hey, 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 hey. Call your price. Will I miss we DJ for playing She's Royal and gave him a sobriquet without the bowl. Some say he no longer sweet. They talk on every street. But who paid the DJ achieve the main goal? For years the DJ played the songs we love to hear. But on that occasion he heard we air. So we jump up and start a ball. Hello, don't play for that crowd at all. But the DJ claimed that the price was tall. So what is the price? What is the price? Why they refuse to grant to call we own radio license? What is the price? What is the price? Why they sit back and watch the art form locked in a prison? What is the price? What is the price? The world know we music is calypso. Calypso music build this nation, and no government go treat we like plum. Just tell we your price so we can pay down. We not wrong. Call your price. Call your price. Call your price. Mama day, da 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 do, hey Lord. Kill it, sweet music, my time. When you see a true me con, me never call, no foul. But do the shoe fit tell them tie the lacing. Every man's right, you see, to choose their own destiny. And live with their fate till the judgment morning. So whether good or bad, decisions that we make, there's always a price that make no mistake. So before I put my finger, I just check my own character to make sure I'm not driving that same car. So mister, what was the price? What was the price? Why you choose to call the election so blastingly? What was the price? What was the price that made you afraid to tell Koda, leave we country? What was the price? What was the price? Why Koda happy your people suffer? So no vex in the DJ play a different song with different laugh way. That is just the price you cause me to pay. Hefe, call your price to change the highway route. Call your price to tell me everyone already they talk the truth. Call your price, I want buy Tobago. Call your price, but I want to build me mansion also. Call your price to endorse Dr. Rowley. Call your price if you really want to save your PNN party. Call your price to protect Monclico. Call your price. All the Clico worshippers want to do. Call your price. Hey.
And of course, that's not even call your price. We're going to go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM, boy. Call your price, boy. Everybody has a price. Everybody
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday.
Anslim, what is your price, Anslim? What is your price?
Well, it depends, boy. It depends. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. What's your price, Tommy?
Eight digits.
8 digits? Yeah. So all the people in the chat, What is your price? Everybody has a price. What is your price? You know, what is your price? Everybody has a price. Call your price. That's a boss song, man.
Oh yeah.
People that say they have no price. Everybody have a price.
Oh, no doubt, no
Everybody.
doubt.
Highly welcome. Miami Jesus, welcome. Who else? What's going on with this thing here, man? Call your price, boy. Rast Commander, that's a big one, boy.
Oh yeah.
Them fellas that sing some real good songs, you know.
That does it like today most times. Those songs never see the light today because it's not a jam and wine.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Miami is supposed to be good. Diana went to the beach. She ended up in Hawaii. That is why I'm not cakes. Not
Oh
cake. When
Lord.
Diana come here, I'm going to start that comment, because I want to look back at that comment because not cake. I go let this storm.
Handle him.
I go let this storm handle. You don't know me handle all you. I live in that. So Tony, I mean,
Yes, sir.
the big thing. I listened to the Attorney General today, Attorney General Fa, right?
Uh-huh.
And one thing I have to give him to Tony is that he didn't come and buff the population, right? He was calm and it seemed like if he's a human.
Yeah, he knows how to
You understand? That
how to
is the
be
big
smooth.
difference.
To be smooth. He could be smooth at times.
Yeah. And you are welcome. Wait now. Highly said life is this price.
But by the way, you listened to Victor Roberts the other day?
Nah, fact and fiction.
Oh Lord. He said Fa is in a bad place. That's what he was saying, that Fa is in a bad place because he supported Gigi's reinstatement.
He supported who?
And Gigi's reinstatement as COP, and he went into PM's garbage can, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Now just say, some that's a good one. Call your price.
So how long
Listen.
it is? What going on? How long it is?
Hey.
You had to tell us how long it is. How long it is. It was how long it was.
Them
How long
fellas say,
it is?
them fellas say,
You
you
have
know you come late because they didn't know how long it was.
No,
you have to tell us how long it was.
They say,
I knew that.
they say the storm get tired. She didn't know
No,
how long it was.
sometimes
And
I have
listen,
to go to virtual auditions. My
yeah,
agent sets it up. So,
yeah.
Listen,
Nuts cake say,
listen.
look at on the screen there. He said that
oh
I went to
yeah.
the beach. She ended up in Hawaii. Oh
That
God.
I would love to be in Hawaii. But
Oh,
okay. 5 now I taking off my things from looking cute to looking
oh,
studious now, right? I can't
all
see
right.
lickety split. Oh, that is you, Anselm? Oh, I thought I was talking to Gary.
Oh Lord.
That's me.
I thought I was
That,
talking to Dr. Rowley. But listen,
Oh,
but
no,
listen,
that's not Dr.
don't tell
if
me looking up.
somebody make it make sense now. You have the oh Lord. You have a forex problem or an exchange problem. You open the beach from 5 a.m. to what, till noon,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
and you have police on the beach. Now, if I was a visitor to the island and I see all this law enforcement, it could go both ways. I could either feel safe or feel like something is imminent in the country. Something, there's something going on. Why is all these police on the beach? Because that's not a norm. You understand? So they have manpower to go put them on the beach to see and make sure people not jackass anything. Playing the music and eating the doubles and whining and jamming. But you don't have manpower to go and find that missing woman that came from the Philippines. Is the Philippines she missed, and she came to Trinidad and she's missing. But you have manpower to put to what? And wait, hold a minute. I ain't see not one lifeguard. Unless these police on the beach are able to swim. Now, I would say you opening these places, you're supposed to put a lifeguard on duty. So what is really going on, Ansel? Do you have people that use their psychic muscle in the persecuted national movement?
Persecuted national movement. I like that one.
Huh? Yeah. People that use the psychic muscles in there at all, Ansel. Because I would want to see. Now, if that was me, I want to see a lifeguard, right? You understand? I mean, somebody getting a difficulty. What's going on? And you just want to open the beach? I don't know, Ansel. I don't know. That's why now you understand why I say as a Bajan, right? Okay, good. Now you understand why I say as a Bajan, because I sometimes I'm lost for words with the things that they're doing down there. I'm lost for words. Why do you think people so hesitant to get vaccinated? Nobody's tracking the adverse reactions to the vaccines, which is a logical thing to do, and that is necessary information. I mean, why do people afraid? It's 1.6 million people. Now, them people in parliament and think they show their vaccination status. He's a public servant too, right? Dr. Rowley, is he a public servant? And Dr. DLC, are they public servants, or am I switching up wrong? Somebody answer me now.
Diana, that's a tough thing to answer. You see, because the mantra is that the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. So,
wait now. So to make it, somebody find me because loss, a real loss. And remember, I'm a trained accountant, so I trained to find the debit, the credit, and balance the whole thing. So you're going and you had people suppress, depress, oppress, repress, all kind of press. And you're going now, some of these same people who have family members, who they may be extended family members, they may have been helping, and you're going and you tell them, don't come to work. We go furlough you, no money during the Christmas season, no money to buy necessary things to wash their hands and necessary toiletries and things. Don't come to work, no money for you. You can't get no grant if you don't take this shot. Hello. When I listen to them, I sometimes I say to myself, what's really going on? Are they thinking? How can you gonna tell a mother now with young children, a child who may have a special diet need, right? She may have a condition. She ain't taking the job. She's a public servant, and you're gonna furlough this woman with no money to buy things for these children? That's further oppression.
Let them eat grass.
Let them eat cake, yeah. Yeah, Marie Antoinette. And that is the reason why back in 17, whenever, they stormed the Bastille. Because you come and you put this thing around Christmas time. You are a Grinch, Dr. Rowley. You're a Grinch. You worse than a Grinch. You need to put on a green shirt and a green pants and go and join the PDP so they don't call you a Grinch, yeah? Because,
but Diana,
man,
I
don't
heard
know.
this is not. I heard this from somebody. I actually heard this from Heavy, yeah? And I thought Heavy made a very valid point for the first time in a long time, right? Heavy said that the prime minister. I tell all the prime ministers are political genius, you know. People, oh, you know, genius. Yeah, what
Your
you do?
a
Huh?
genie's ass, but go ahead.
You know he's a political genius. Yeah, what you do? He talk about all the kind of things, but all right, if all you want to come to work, all you have to get vaccinated. We gain all you off from December the 22nd till January 22nd. And by the time all you come back, all you have to make sure you're vaccinated, all kind of thing. And then he ended with say, well, all your beach open 5 a.m. to 12 noon. And all people talking about is that the beach open.
Yeah,
That's it.
distraction.
And Heavy's absolutely correct. All they're talking about is why the beach open. So the fella knows how to influence people into have them think a certain way, because now people thinking, boy, I will go and get a little dip in the salt, boy. You know, I go and try to hide and drink some rum now on the beach. All they're thinking about is the beach. They forget about everything else. They forget about man.
Distraction.
No, that is it.
But how are you aiding the foreign exchange problem? How are you aiding? I ain't coming there. I on the beach. When I go to the beach, I like to drink my coconut water. I might take a sip of something. I have my music in my ears. And I gotta hustle and run and leave by 12 o'clock. What kind of madness is that?
But Diana, listen to this. All you're underestimating them fellas, you know. All you know who started this beach open thing is the PDP, you know. The PDP said,
because Tobago depends, yes, on the tourism factor.
Yeah, but Watson Luke said they were going to open the beaches. Right?
So they beat them to the punch.
Not only did they beat them to the punch, they made them know that they didn't have the power to do it, and that if they do it, they'll be in violation.
But they open beaches though.
Yeah, so they showed that the big boss showed that he had the power.
The next body that getting under my skin, he getting on my nerves. That fella they call Alwari.
Oh,
I used to watch him, you know, and I just listen to him, you know. He just come off like he's some arrogant somebody or the other. You know, kind of.
But Diana, I listened to him today. And
that's your opinion.
Forget about all the other things, right? When you hear people talk, because you know it's always
I just listen to him.
Huh?
I just go and watch the things, and you know, and what they're trying to do, they skillfully and cleverly, right? And I listen to it because I ain't chop it, eh? And they're talking about the industrial court versus the law of Trinidad and Tobago. I was like, oh really? Another fear tactic again. Another fear tactic again. So the AG going and address the nation. He's the big bad honcho in town. Another fear tactic again. That's what's going on. Keep pumping fear in the people. So yeah, he's Attorney General. Attorney General, he's a mortal man. He get a title because all you okay. There's a fella that I watch his video, and he said that them 2 seats in Tobago is who got Farris's job. Chamfer and Ayana Webster Roy. Those 2 seats. Huh? You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Is I that sent it to you?
Did he cuss in that video?
I'm not sure, but what he was saying, you know, those 2 seats got Farris's job. What I want Tobagonians get it. What I want Trinidadians to understand is you will need to put people there to work for you all. You're not putting people there to line their pockets. You want people there to work for you, your neighbor, your neighbor in the next street, the neighbor in the next constituency. You want people there working for the betterment of the country. Because all of we is Trinbagonian. Well, I is a Bajan too, eh? But all of we is Trinbagonian. And if they're not working for your neighbor, they're working for you. If your neighbor's suffering, right? And you constantly have to be giving your neighbor a plate of food or something wrong. You need to put people there who is going to work for all and not some. That is what's happening. All Trinidadians now. Tobagonians get it. Tobagonians get it. But I'm tired of the Trinis now. All you need to put somebody there to work for Trinidadians' interests. All of your interests. All of you need water in your houses. All your children need to go back to school. This online thing. And if you ain't vaccinated, don't come here and then a safe zone. So let me ask all you something now. Make it make sense. If you're listening, Honorable Attorney General, because I like to give all your props, you know. If you live somewhere where you had to pass through an unsafe zone to get to a safe zone, so the virus waiting by the junction there to latch on to you. Only make it make sense for me now. Make it make sense. Because I confused. Huh? You're vaccinated. You live in an area they deem you gotta mingle with unsafe people to go to a safe zone. So the virus know to say, well, you unsafe, you know, and this is a safe zone. And what madness are you talking? And watch me now. You notice since they come out with Omicron, nobody ain't talking about Delta no more. You know
anyway, you got to realize that the era we're in is a smart era. You have smartphones, smart cars, smart this, smart that, smart viruses too. Anyway.
And I heard on the news today, because I was listening to Credible News and we are going to renew any U.S. passport going forward. You got to go in for a personal interview now. Did you hear that, Ansel? I heard it.
No, I hear that.
Yeah, when you renew, they want to do an interview with you now. Yeah, the New World Order is in action. Yeah. Yep. And did you and you gotta listen to the mumblings, eh? I don't listen to propaganda, but I said, wait now. But this came from a credible news source. I ain't do not Fox on them. I said, what? You gotta go in for me and friend gonna for an interview. But since when you gotta go for an interview, if you have a passport and you're just renewing it, you just put it in the mail and you do your thing, and you know, not anymore.
But if you fail the interview, you don't get a passport?
I don't know. I don't know.
You gotta go for interview to renew your passport now?
That is what the news item said. The U.S. passport. You may hear the operative word. You may be called, which may include an in-person interview. So they could look at your thing and say, well, and you know they're gonna start to look at the area of the world you're from. And all of that, right?
So Lana says Trinidadians got it, Diana. They're waiting to vote them out. PDP taking all PNM seats. So Lana, no, I want to ask the question that so PDP only going to run in PNM areas? I just asked them.
I don't know. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done because they keep putting fear in the people. And, you know, and I'm watching, you know, there's some people coming out. Now, I believe in, and I now understand why these women take to the street, Roe v. Wade over abortion rights and stuff. This is my body. I have the right to put what I want in it or not.
But Dana, this policy, this mandatory policy with respect to these services is going to backfire on the PNM.
Oh, big time. Big time.
This mandatory policy, it was foolish, stupid, idiotic, archaic, and dinosaurical.
And I heard a smart PNM cult member said well, they don't want the work. They have people out there that want work. You can go and get somebody to do the immigration thing right away. You can get a nurse trained in 2 days. You can get somebody to be a we call it correction, prison officer in 2 days. Hip hip hooray.
You
Hip
see,
hip hooray. Yeah, I need to see this.
you see, Diana, there are great opportunities for the government to sanitize itself,
Yep.
right? Great opportunity in order for them to come off their high horse and stop bullying people.
Yeah. And they start with the wrong set of people. You got because those public servants are the people who run the machine of the nation.
So
They run their essential services, right or wrong? Am I saying it correctly? So you're going and you threaten your essential service, you're crippling them. The furlough. Hello. Supposing I now decide, well, okay, you furloughing my friend, me coming to work, and I vaccinated. I could say I ain't coming to work in support of my friend. The camaraderie, because usually you find camaraderie in those public servants' jobs. They're going about it the wrong way, man. The wrong way. The wrong way. Awful.
Listen, man, to me, the strategy that they could have implemented is that, listen, let's have a 2-week discussion with all the unions and let's see what kind of conclusion we can come to.
Yep.
If after those discussions they cannot come to some sort of agreement, the government can then come to the public and say, listen, we went to the unions, we went to the police, Trinidad Police Service, we went to the fire service, we went to the army, we went to the Coast Guard, we went whoever you're going to, and we try to have a discussion to see where we can work out. But when you come with a heavy hand, authoritarian kind of behavior, a kind of totalitarian mentality, because there's totalitarian democracy,
autocratic.
A type of totalitarian democracy with this heavy kind of hand, like, listen, only we in charge, If only they listen, it's trouble, The government should answer that question. What is the price? What is the price?
They're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Wrong way. And look, infrastructure and fixing, people still suffering from lack of water. I don't know how many children going back to school or how many fall off the grid. The vaccine again, people dying from the which variant I don't know. But I am listening to the international news and here, and they say the Omicron is not as dangerous, but it is very contagious. But it's not killing you like the. So I don't know.
Because they say there has only been one death from the Omicron so far.
More fair again. I believe people have the right to choose.
Only one.
So wait now. So you telling me? Let's say they come up with something, and what they're gonna inject you, and you see people growing horns, and then you telling me I have to take this? No, I would tell Joe Biden, hell no. I'm not taking that. Nobody best not come to my door with no needle.
Now,
Joe Biden
go down that road. Hey, what
Thank you.
What is going to happen is that the companies and them, they're going to implement their own. Joe Biden and them is not going to come out and say that we want mandatory vaccination. What they will do is that they will call all these companies aside, call people in charge of the universities and call these people and say, listen, all you, we want all you to take the lead on this, and you all have that all your employees must be vaccinated. They did it at the university. And the end of the semester now, after the end of this, I had to send them a copy of my vaccination card. You understand? At the end of the semester, and we have until January 2022 in order for you to send your card. Right? Again, what is your price?
It's important that people don't think that we are anti-vaxxers.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
You know,
I'm not. I'm not.
because our conversation could give that message at
But
times.
all of us are
No,
We
vaccinated though.
we are all
I am.
vaccinated.
I am not no anti-vaxxer. I am about choice.
I'm about
Listen to
choice.
what
Exactly.
I'm
I'm about choice.
choicing, not forcing and ramming it down here. And then you look what you're doing. You're taking away my livelihood. Oh my God, you're a Grinch, Dr. Rowley.
Anytime you start to make it for me, like if I had to, you want to make rules for me? Nah,
You're a
nah.
Grinch.
Rebellion.
Yeah,
See?
education is the most important thing, though, that the people be educated, that they know what it is they're working with and what.
But why would you impose that on the services of Trinidad and Tobago? If them person
Yeah.
them decide, but listen, I go be sick for a week, I go be sick for a month, right? If a percentage of them decide to sick for a month, it's trouble in the camp.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of madness it is? Them fellas in them is some Stone Age dinosaurical people, boy. I'm telling all
Mm-hmm.
you, this regime here, and let me say this again, Let me say this. Let me go solo here. Listen to this. In the history of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley is the worst prime minister. And let me make it even further. The blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago is the worst prime minister for black people in Trinidad and Tobago. The
Ooh.
worst. And if you happen, right, to have gone to pick a mango, right, and the mango was too green and you come down from the mango tree to pelt it, let me repeat that. Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley is the worst prime minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. In addition, he has been the worst prime minister for black people in Trinidad and Tobago. Hands down the worst. There is no other. He way ahead. Way ahead. He far in front. He out front. Far out front. And it's sad to say.
But
But
I had predicted earlier in one of my lives that the public servants are going to rebel. But I didn't want to say how, but I saw it coming. I saw it coming.
it's
Yeah.
sad to say. It's sad to say. It's sad.
Because look at what you're doing. You're threatening these people with this, take away their livelihood. What you think the rest of the population
But
thinking?
but Diana, and here's where I came to that conclusion earlier.
Mm.
And when I went directly to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in order for him to sign off on the Laventel to Wall Street Empowerment Center, and he totally ignored the proposal for black disadvantaged people of Laventel and environs, right? I said, boy, I say something wrong. Something wrong, right? Then when the buildings in Chumaka Laventel, which he himself marched up there in 2011, right? When he was in opposition. Marched up there in
Right.
2011 when he was in opposition.
That's the key word, when he was in opposition.
When, of
You
course, when he was in
something.
opposition,
You know
him,
something.
go ahead.
Anslim, he any good or right thinking leader would know, having a crime problem or crime ridden area with that problem, your proposal was going to be a potential solution for all those young men who are being lured into that lifestyle.
And Tony, the problem was that if I went to the government to put money in my pocket, I could have seen him saying, boy, Ansem in this for his own benefit. He in this for
Right.
his own gain. If I went to them and said, oh, yeah, I want to demolish the building, I want to pay them 3 buildings, but I want to be the contractor who's going to demolish the building and pay the 3 buildings, right? So I can benefit financially. I never went to them like that. And the failed General Hines fella, right? When I went to them, he released a letter after being in office for 3 years, doing absolutely nothing. you allow me to have you release a letter. And you know what people telling me? You know what them people telling me? The part of the people from the go along get along PNM gang, plenty of them have PhD in dotishology, stupidology, foolishology, right? What they telling me?
Corruptionology.
Eh?
Corruptionology.
Yeah, corruptionology.
Corruptionology.
Yeah, corruptionology. Yeah, they telling me. But Slim, did you send him a letter? But I get so vexed, I almost cuss.
Ooh, take a pill, take a pill.
I'm not, I'm not cuss. What kind
Wow.
of dirty fish you telling me about if I send a letter? Oh yeah, boy, look. Boy, I wanted to go back to Manila and pick up some big stone, you know.
Get costly enough for them.
About, I almost cuss them.
Get Coslina for them. Let Coslina call them and tell them.
Hey, Coslina, call them and cuss them for me.
Ursula,
Right?
use Coslina.
Yeah.
Oh my
Boy,
goodness.
I go hire Coslina so she could go and cuss them. Them people talking about, did you send them a letter? You know, them people, them is some mad people. You know, boy, the pay them just do something to some people. But listen, all of them feel bad, you know. I am part of it too, you know. I admit it, you know.
But the
They do
PNM
these
said
things, you know.
they love you, so they take good care of
Hey,
you.
let me get that
Only
song.
the
I'm
PNM
gonna get that
have
song,
a
man. Let me get
plan.
that song, Diana. I'm gonna get that song. You're gonna vex tonight. You're gonna make me cuss on this radio station. You're gonna make me
Hold your
cuss.
don't Anselm, don't. Just take it easy.
No, because I just get vexed. People in our community can't get a building painted. Use an MP for years in a constituency, and you talking about if I send me a letter. Today is the 10th anniversary of those buildings in Chumaka, Claventil. Fair John went up there and light a candle.
Wow.
Why can't go up there and light a candle? Eh? You're wicked. This regime here, this PNM, is a wicked regime. They're wicked. They're nasty, dirty, and stink. I said it. They don't like
Yeah.
those people. They don't like
Yeah.
those people.
I
They
belong.
don't.
I
They
belong to
don't.
Mia Motley.
Yeah, because but the Lavantil to Wall Street program
But,
would have been
boy, we
a
have been to Wall
winner.
Street Collective Foundation. I went to them to that. But you throw that in a garbage pail. You want to bring people from Laventil to Wall Street. But Wall Street, go from here, that. Go from here. Go.
And
You
and the
come.
thing
And
the,
you know the
and
song,
the
go
thing is
there.
that
You say, boy, just go there.
and the thing is that it wasn't costing them anything. You were
Not a penny. Them wicked fellas. Them
you were
wicked
financing
people.
that.
Them the
You
ones
were
see black people
financing that.
advance. And the
Yep.
maximum leader is the leader. Dr.
But you,
Christopher Rowley.
but you see, Tobago get tired of the nonsense. They take the
They don't
trinkets
leave them
and
up.
they kick them out. They
I
take
know,
the trinkets.
I wasn't
Yeah.
going to say this, but I will say it now. I will say it now. The leader in Tobago, Tracy
Right?
Davison Celestine, I test them, I test them. I said, all kind of note to come on WZYE. No answer from she, none.
Before.
Dr. Green Power, I sent she a message Thursday morning to come on the program. Immediate response.
Yep.
I can't come, but I could send the vice chairman. Then, all they don't get, and Tracy, you two have to go. Go now, Tracy. Let's go. They don't want you. They know what to do you. They reject you. That's why they reject Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Two of you, two leaders in Tobago, or they get rejected. Full 100. And you still hanging around for what?
And the
What is your
next two,
price, Tracy? What
the
is your
next,
price?
the next two is the two representatives. They gone too.
Oh, Tracy had to go. The chairman of the party going and Tracy still hanging around. Tracy, you have to go too. All
Yep.
them wicked, all them messages I send you, you didn't have the decency to answer them. Now they kick you to the curb, put 2 on you, and now you want to answer? You answer? No, you ain't coming. You're not coming.
Yep.
Go to the
Nobody.
radio station. We don't want
No.
you, Tracy. You're wicked. All them wicked. Too damn wicked. People sending you message. You didn't even have the common decency to answer them. Now, as soon as you lost, you answer immediately. Tracy Davidson Celestine? Eh? Eh, Tracy? Eh? Eh? All you think I from Chumaka Claventer, I from? Where with you? No!
Yeah,
Go
Twiggy
somewhere else,
got
Tracy.
Twiggy
And you
and
can't even go
so.
to other place now. Because you're doing done.
Yep.
But you know what you gotta do? Go back to be an ambassador in where was Uganda? Wherever it was. You know, she make the ambassador in Uganda. Open that thing,
Lord.
just all the too damn wicked.
Mm.
All they don't like all their own. All they
Nope.
don't like all their own.
No,
People
no, they
sending you
don't.
a message. George Jack, use the next one too.
Yep.
You
Yep.
too. You too. All you. Eh? All you. All they don't like all their own. Dr. Claude Anderson says, a race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become our own oppressor. Let me repeat that. A race that's taught to hate itself and love the world will become its own oppressor. Or they don't like all their own.
Nope.
Where the 163 million gone? We go find out soon. Look, wicked. Or they wicked, wicked boy. Wicked. And we've been saying this here. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
But from the head.
A fish does not rotten from the tail.
It does from the head. It does from the head.
Well, let's see what happened in Tobago. Them Tobagonians kick all you out. But they went from 0 to 2 to 6 to hero. 0 to 2. Listen, in my global business class, if I put that in a chat, that chat just going so. It's like you go on the stock exchange and you buy a stock. And the chart only going up and up and up and up and up. And all they didn't see the writing on the wall. Because all they was throwing spaghetti up on the wall and see what will stick. Nothing stick.
Nope.
All the spaghetti falling off the wall. All. What else did they say? When they were saying how many people are petrogen, all had to go. It's the same thing for all in Tobago.
That's
Tracy,
the
when you gang all you had to go. All you.
And Slim, when I saw those ads that the parent was running against the PDP and Duke and the rest of them, I said they just shoot themselves in the foot. They just didn't get it.
They didn't get it. Tracy talking about the PDP $500 on weed. Hey, what? Them is young people smoking weed. Weed is legal now. Cannabis legal. When a man take a little pull, you can have 4 plants in your house in Trinidad, right?
Yep.
Right?
That's what,
you can have 4 plants, right? When you talking about weed, use all your archaic and storage. Look, all you have to go out to pasture. All you go up in the sheep farm up there in Tobago. That was sheep farm. All you go up there. All you go and assemble up there. All you.
You know, it's so archaic and backward. If they're talking about cannabis, they should be talking about making business
about
to make forex, because all the pharmaceuticals are buying the bloody thing to make medicine. They just don't get it. They never will.
Listen, they know they don't get it. And here the one, first stick it right. Faris come out today talking about Duke and them are UNC laws. But he didn't say that. He didn't say that. But he implied that. Right?
Oh, please.
So it now. So who they were supposed to get paid them lawyers?
Oh, please.
Eh? Who they were supposed to go and get? Faris?
Oh, gee.
Who are they supposed to get?
As far as I'm concerned, they've hired Trinbagonian lawyers. End of the story.
But Diana, you see how them Tobago people rejected them out, right? The time is coming when the people, especially some PNM people, not all PNM people, gonna reject them the same way in Trinidad.
And I want to say, there's a woman called Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I read a lot of stuff from her. And she said...
Wait, now, I know the woman with ISIS papers?
Yes.
Oh!
And she said...
Diana Benskin is a boss!
Dr. I just read, you know. Dr. Frances
Let me tell you. Diana, hold on. I don't need to cut you. All you see, Diana, go ahead, Diana, go ahead.
Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said, Children are the only future of any people. You're listening to me, Dr. Rowley and Faris Alwari and Donna Cox and Dial Singh and Impsbert and the rest of all you. Children are the only future of any people. If the children's lives are squandered, and if the children of a people are not fully developed, I want to repeat that for you. If the children's lives are squandered, and if the children of a people are not fully developed at whatever cost and sacrifice, the people will have consigned themselves to certain debt. Dr. Francis Cresswell Singh. If you do not invest in the children of Trinidad and Tobago, the future, you're consigning the nation of Trinidad to certain debt.
Diana, that's why when Dr. Rowley rejected the Laventel to Washington Empowerment Center, I realized he's not for black people. Well, let me rephrase that. He's not for poor black people. When he rejected the Laventel to Washington Empowerment Center in an abandoned building on Duncan Street, the Workers' Bank building, I realized that fella is not for poor black disadvantaged people. You understand? He wanted to give them a pool. When they're hungry, go down in the pool and drink some salt water. And you're good with that. Frederick Douglass also said, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. Let me repeat that. He talked about empowering youth. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men.
And I want, and the people of Trinidad especially, I want you to be aware. Frances Cress-Welsing, that's my girl. She also said, she's deceased now. Dr. Frances Cress-Welsing gave her props. She also said,
papers, boy.
We do not see the war being waged against you because we don't want to and because we are afraid. We are not engaged. We are engaging in behavior specifically designed to block out any awareness of the war, your true reality. Will you understand what I tell all this now, eh?
Diana, that ISIS papers, I read that thing a long time ago. And Diana, Albert Montano says, Diana, don't try to understand what's going on in Trinidad. You'll go mad. You know, Albert, that is true, you know, Albert. I'm going to lie to you, boy. Sometimes I just tell myself, boy, I'm some boy, just go and relax yourself and go and run your 6 miles and cool it now. But when I look back, Albert, I cannot just, because then they would have won. They would have won the battle. They would have won the battle. They don't want me to talk about them plannings in Chumaka and the abandoned building. They don't want me to talk about that. Because I'm the only person talking about that. Nobody else will talk about it. Nobody else. None. Today's the 10th anniversary, a decade of an anniversary. Nobody on radio ain't talk nothing about that. Well, let me repeat that. I haven't heard anyone on radio. Did I Cheryl talk about that? With Sharon Felix and them talk about that? Did anybody talk about that? 10 years that building still sitting there. Anybody talk about that? Anybody go up there and light a candle? Right? No, them people have no time for that. Leave them people 6 months before the election. Well, that'll move it up to 6 months now. Because they show them that they just can't come a month before the election and give them things. They can't come on handout. They can't come on handout say what is the price a month before the election. So that has changed now. And that'll go 6 months now before the election. Because the 1 month they won't work no more.
Nope.
You know, that will work tonight.
And even if they give it to you, don't put them back there because you see what the torture of how long, how many years? Come on. Tobago showed you the way. Give somebody else a chance. Enough is enough now. Y'all don't want advancement and opportunity for your youth that coming out of school and you started treating the people like the prisoners. I see a video you kicking the man. But you kick and he's on the ground in zip tie. I saw them apprehend 2 alleged criminals that robbed someone and they just take them and throw them in the back of the van and slap them behind the head. Those are human beings. They have rights. You're innocent until proven guilty. What kind of society we living in? A bourgeois mentality society? Because and answer me, you're telling me, well, what? I can't go and walk on the pavement? Or if I can't go and walk on the pavement by the Red House, then we are not living in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I can go and walk where I want to go. Me need to fear with nobody. They're lucky. Look, they don't have the healthcare system in case I get infected with anything to handle me. That's why I ain't down there, you know. But I down there, I go and walk around. I go and walk the pavement by the Red House. You gonna stop me from walking the pavement, going about my business? Crazy, this fear thing, putting fear in people, huh? And nobody don't, like I tell them, don't throw me in a police van, don't hit me with nothing, because fight go break out. That is who I am. You hit me, I hit in your back. Yeah, man. Ansel, you gotta talk to your people. Talk to them, man. Yeah.
Lana says the government will be at a loss if the workforce decides not to vaccinate and stay away from work. Albert Montano says, no answer. The average Trinidadians are mixed up in the head. That's why it's easy to fool Levantel people. They start the Black Power movement, and the middle and the middle class high brown people benefit.
They need to get up now. We get up and stand up and shift the paradigm. Move it.
So Lana, so after you don't go out and put that policy, you're gonna meet with them now? You say they are gonna meeting with the representative. They're too damn backwards.
Oh, they're gonna have meeting now?
Yeah.
Because they realized the whiplash that was coming.
After all the put that policy, right? All they coming now to go and meet with them. Watch. I bet you them fellas say all the we don't want that. And I'm hoping them guys that I'm going to have some testicular fortitude to tell them we're not taking that, so we ain't taking that.
And somebody had put up the percentage of individuals that were vaccinated within the different arms of the public service.
Oh, yeah, I have that.
And none of them I don't see 50%. You see any that are 50%?
No.
20% the prisoner of that much, 27%. I don't see no 55 and 60% of none of those services vaccinated. And the lowest one is the immigration with the facing people coming from wherever. Those are the lowest vaccinated people. So you gonna tell me, if I don't take it, you putting me on furlough? I can't feed my family? Nah. That's a dictatorial move right there. Dictatorial move, and it's going to backfire on y'all. It's going to backfire because those jobs are specialized jobs. You can't just go in there and know what to do. You have to train for those jobs, right?
But Diana, did you see the Faith Be Israel discussion? I have that too now. I have to play that.
I'm not sure. Maybe I did.
Let me play this one. Listen to this one. This is listen to this.
While generally speaking, a vaccination policy can be included as a condition for new employment, there are much heated debates publicly on whether mandatory vaccination policies can be added in the workplace to the existing terms and conditions of employment. The main issue, as I see it, is whether a mandatory vaccination policy, and that is a COVID-19 vaccination policy, can be introduced as a new term of employment to existing employees without discussion or consultation. In other words, can such a policy be introduced unilaterally by employers in the workplace? The short answer to that question is no. The laws of this country do not directly address the issue of COVID-19 vaccinations as a condition of employment. In fact, there is no existing law worldwide, which I can find, which addressed this issue before the pandemic. While there is no express provision in the Industrial Relations Act of Trinidad and Tobago for COVID-19 vaccination policies to be introduced in the workplace as new terms and conditions of employment, our legal framework provides for the introduction of new policies, new terms and conditions of employment, and new working arrangements through the collective bargaining process.
Well, let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, boy. They have bungled so many things, boy. So many things.
But did you see that the PNM is trying to rubbish Faith Be Israel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, boy. Hey, listen, you see when you're in a hole, you gotta stop
digging. Yep.
When you're in a hole, you gotta stop digging. And
yep.
I think what happened is that them fellas and them, they think so bad at that. Them just continue to dig.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to the listen to Fa. Listen to what Fa had to say today.
Oh God.
But Diana, I want to say that he sounded very different today, and it was a breath of fresh air.
It is very interesting to observe that in the jurisprudence that comes out of the courts, many courts have taken the opportunity to convincingly set out the position that the election of a vaccination program, such as the type that the government has indicated its policy on, is one that is certainly deserving of support. Injunctions have been refused around the world, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, in the European context, in Southeast Asia, in Australia, in New Zealand. And very importantly, I wish to put on the record here something that will assist people. The concept of collective bargaining, which is an aspect of industrial relations and a very valuable one, is separate and apart from the law of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The law of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is what we are discussing, and everything falls under the law. This does not mean that there will not be genuine dispute in the courts of Trinidad and Tobago. After all, this issue which we are discussing is quite properly a constitutional issue. On the one hand, we are dealing with the rights and privileges, the right to life in the Constitution. On the other hand, we're dealing with aspects of choice, also mixed into several of those rights set out in Section 4 and in reflection in Section 5 of the Constitution. But with the data as it is, not only in Trinidad and Tobago but around the world, what we are treating with is where that balance lies. Now, it's very interesting to note that in the Commonwealth context, that is in the United Kingdom, in Canada, in New Zealand, in Australia, in many of the jurisdictions that accept the English law as part and parcel of its equation, that the rights and individual concepts have been balanced against preserving lives in a larger context, such that injunctions have been refused and laws, including mandatory vaccine laws, have been upheld. Permit me to say, as Minister Dial Singh has very clearly and commendably said, the government is not proposing a mandatory vaccination law. The government is proposing that persons who are in the public sector, who are going to work in the public sector, that they will have the choice of being vaccinated and turning up to work, or if they choose to not receive a vaccine, for instance for medical reasons, medical exemption or medical deferral, that they would have to be tested on a standing basis or elect not to continue in employment. It's in this particular aspect that the conversation with the many persons that I have identified today becomes very relevant. Of course, as Attorney General, I'm obliged to consider matters that are raised in consultation and then to advise the Cabinet on the final prescriptions of the law. But I wish us to please not run too far ahead. I do think it a very appropriate time of the year and a very appropriate circumstance that we're in, that we take this matter with measure. It's important that rather than agitate as the leader of the opposition has against certain issues, that we do take the opportunity to consider these issues.
So tell me we say Anselm now. I lost.
Oh Lord.
I know I lost.
He's trying to be kinder and gentler. He's saying that they're not going to mandate the vaccines, but they are going to
mandate that you take it. It's not mandatory. But if you don't follow the mandatory policies and don't take it, you take a test.
You have to test often.
But the Prime Minister said the Prime Minister was very specific.
But Anselm, I have a question. And maybe I chip it, But is an unvaccinated person an infected person?
No.
Nope.
All right. I don't think.
Because as a matter of fact, I have a brother in Trinidad who's fully vaxxed that fell sick.
Hey, wait. Let's retract, Tommy. Now you ain't no fully vaxxed.
No, you're fully vaxxed.
You're optimized. You have optimum protection. That is the new jargon that Dr. Fauci and them using. You have to listen carefully, fully. Because you can't tell me you take a jab so I don't get sick, right? But don't go around in it. But I have to take a booster that the jab didn't work for, right? And don't go and you want to segregate people now in safe zone and unsafe zone. And I'm gonna need a booster again. So you're not fully vaxxed. You're optimal. You're getting optimum protection. Make you listen to the words they're using. Yeah. And I'm asking, is an unvaccinated person an infected person?
Oh yeah. So no. When we come back, we go address that. Let's go for station identification. The DAG Triplet. Watch now. I really don't want to talk about this no more, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
How long it is? Last Christmas.
Also this sweet lady, I decided to tackle she. Last Christmas. A little drink in the head.
What?
Well, tonight she did.
Yeah.
I was surprised for so when she said she wanted to know
how long it is.
How long it is.
Yeah.
How long it is. How long it is. I want to know how long you want to me. I want to know how long you're marking me, Candy. She want to know how long it is. How long before she could tell me yes, hey. Oh, God. Yeah, man. Woo.
How long it is.
whiskey, vodka, and brandy. Last Christmas,
Whew.
a glass of wings of sorrel and shandy. Yeah, last Christmas, pastel ham and turkey, a special from KFC. All that I offer she, the woman still asking me how long it is, how long it is, how long it is, how long it is. I want to know how long you're watching me, and want to know how long you're marking me, Kenny.
How long it is?
How long it is? How long it is? How long before she could tell me yes? Oh, God. Yeah, she wants to know how long it is. I just keep relationships. She wants to know if I took the test, and if I did, how long it is since I took the test, and what was the result. I mean, a man here feeling nice, sweet music playing, she getting everything she wants. Why she must go there? It's very easy to pick up a woman in a party these days, you know, boy. Them women, they really have their head on. Introduce her to Sconta, Nature, and Poser. Woo! Last Christmas, last Christmas, Parandero son la divina pastora. Last Christmas, last Christmas, we danced and we had fun. I thought all was said and done. Is this love at first sight? Can you please tell me tonight how long
it is?
How
How long it is? Woo.
How
How long it is?
How long it is? I want to know how long you're watching me. I want to know how long you're marking me, Kenny. She want to know how long it is. How long it is. How long before she could tell me yes? Oh, I'm see to my request. Oh, God, let me go. She want to know. Yeah, she want to know. She got to know. Oh, she want to know. She keep asking me. Yeah, she want to know how long it is. How long it is. Yeah, man. She wants to know how long it will take for me to come home to meet her mom and dad. She wants to know how long I got married, how many kids I've got. She wants to
Of
How
course,
long it is?
Diana Benston, boy.
What is the length? How long it is? How long is that 6-year fig, Richard? You grow a long one yet, Richard?
A Capiza Enterprises Limited, welcome.
What? Breaking you, Diana, walking with she measuring tape? Yes.
Rosie inside.
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Why aren't some start? I played that song whole day yesterday. Sunday.
Alright, inside banner.
Dog bite, mosquito bite, squirrel bite, sandfly, COVID bite, heartburn, stroke, anything, etc. And you go hospital, you're dead. Highly. Oh boy.
Ulrich says Bacalao in front of Whitehall tomorrow. What going on in front of Whitehall tomorrow, Ulrich?
Ain't they going to meet the union leaders? Going to meet with somebody?
They're going to meet. No, are they going to march? They going to march?
I don't know what they're going to do, but it's time to get up. Yep, because and let me see if them police gonna be interfering with them because they're fighting for their rights.
You gonna meet with the union rep? Huh? France gonna meet with the union rep? Nadia said, "Oh my God, Ansem, you said that? What are you saying, Nadia?"
Look highly. long like a full-grown baby. Hip hip hooray, Hailey.
Long like a full-grown baby.
Mm-hmm.
Why you know about? Why you know about that?
I have no idea. And so Roger marching tomorrow. Woo!
Hmm? Ansel and them just sit down quiet all the time, and then all of a sudden them just come out from under the stone.
So what is it that what is that going to do? What you know? What they do? The desired outcome. You know? I mean, you're taking away people's livelihood.
Nah,
Taking.
but listen, Lana, is the truth. I tell people, listen, I am not part of the go along get along PNM gang.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm not for that. And if all you notice, I don't come on the radio station or in my post anymore and constantly criticize the UNC. I will come here, right? But hey, I vex with David Naked. I want to pull up something. Let me say something. Go ahead, Diana, go ahead. I want to pull up something, because David Naked, I find that fella is getting to be very disrespectful.
Ooh.
Very disrespectful. And when David Naked lived in Lebanon, he could not have been this disrespectful. He could not. Right? And it is time that he realized that Trinidad and Tobago is a free country. Yes, we are free, but we are not free to disrespect our leaders the way you have been constantly disrespecting our leaders. Senator David Naked, you know, you have to cool it, partner. You have to cool it. You have to cool it. You know, and the thing about it, boy, is that when you're saying them kind of thing, boy, it seems like it's a venom, boy. You know, a kind of venom coming out of you, boy. You understand? You should have known better, because when you lived in Lebanon, Senator David Naked, you could have never, ever. Let me get that for you. No, he could have never, ever do this thing. Never. Right? Because in Lebanon, if you have this type of behavior to government officials, you know what happened, right, Anna? Tom, you know what happened?
What would happen? Enlighten us.
Oh, you don't know?
Enlighten us.
Huh?
He'd have been fired.
Nah, getting fired. You being nice.
That's an easy part. That's light stuff.
Huh?
Yeah, that I forget. Yeah, Lebanon we talking about.
Lebanon we talking about, boy. We ain't talking about, boy. See, and you see, that is part of the problem, right? In our country, we just take things for granted. You understand? And we have to stop doing that. If you can't do something in the next man's country, right? You shouldn't come to Trinidad and Tobago and want to do the same thing. It's unacceptable. But you see, the problem that we have is that people don't want to call him out for whatever reason. But let me listen to Senator Naked. Let me listen to him. Let me listen to Senator Naked. Senator Naked, like, he ain't want to say nothing, boy. Okay, here you go. Listen.
Rowley, jackass, come a little close. Come a little closer. Come and hear this. You are now whole incompetent team of jackasses that you have running this COVID show. Rowley, jackass, come a little close. Come a little closer. Come and hear this. You are now whole incompetent team of jackasses that you have running this COVID show.
Who are the next one coming?
Rowley, Jackass, come a little close. Come a little closer. Come and hear this. You are now whole incompetent team of jackasses that you have running this COVID show. This insipid jackass we have for a president. And yes, that is what she is. Because she has facilitated this insipid jackass we have for a president. And yes, that is what she is. Because she has facilitated.
Now let me tell you something, eh? You see that fella? That fella played football in Lebanon. And he could have never, hold on. Eh? He could have never, ever call a government official in Lebanon like that. He could have never described a government official in Lebanon like that. Never. And he knows that. But you see, Trinidad and Tobago is a free country. So you could come back and you could, and you are a senator, and people will say, oh God, the prime minister called people this and the prime minister called people that. Mahatma Gandhi says, an eye for an eye only makes the whole world blind.
And you have to, eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, blind and toothless.
Correct is right. Right? And we, as a people, we accept those type of behaviors. We call out the prime minister, but this type of behavior, we don't call it out because he's part of the party. He's in the party. Right? And we don't like Dr. Rowley. So if we call it out E because we don't like E, it's okay. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. All you have to call him out for that. All you have to call him out for that. Unacceptable.
Somebody said Rowley deserves worse than that.
So all you accept what Senator David Naked is doing. When all you're supposed to hold them accountable, all you letting them run rampant, like runaway horse. And all in calling them to bear. So what do you expect? That's why we are such a lawless society. Right?
Oh boy. I shudder to think what is going to happen to people who have no money, no job, no food. Dark days coming, Anselm.
Yeah, all the time I drink some water. But I ain't gonna water now. But I was some Capiza. Capiza, I want to give you a PhD in stupidology. Right? You've been here too often to regurgitate this type of nonsense that you just typed there. Answer all that old talk election call in the morning you're voting for PNM. Let me upgrade that degree from stupidology to foolishology. And let me add a next one to it, dotishology. All that talk, how you know I go vote for PNM? How you know that? You look in your crystal ball and you know who I go vote for? I don't know who you go vote for. Capiza, I don't know who you go vote for. And as a matter of fact, who you go vote for, I really don't care. I don't care who you vote for. But you don't know who I'm voting for. You don't know that. When you went into my brain, I know who I go vote for. You don't know that. But that's the kind of things all them be pushing with all them other people. But nah, when you come into the village, you ain't gonna push that. At least with me. You don't know who I'm voting for, and I don't know who you voting for.
But I never, because I've been away from Trinidad so long, well, I'd follow who win the election, but I never knew, because I never voted it. It was this deep and toxic, I didn't know.
Listen to people like Capiza. Listen to him. Answer all that talk, election call, and in the morning you're voting for PNM. How you know that? Capiza, who you voting for? Who you voting for, Capiza? I don't know who I voting for. Who you voting for? Answer my question, Capiza. I don't know who I voting for. I could say that. And you know why? My mother has no memory, so I better tell you the truth. I don't remember anything. I could say that no. I don't know who I voting for. Anybody who knows what they're voting for now, not interested in country. They're only interested in party. Anybody who knows today who they're voting for, not interested in Trinidad and Tobago, they're interested in party.
I have to disagree.
Oh,
because after all what I have seen, it's definitely not going to be the PNM, people should say.
Okay, fine. I don't have a problem with that.
What we see,
Then who?
Compared to what we have seen with the previous government and the level of service delivery, I wouldn't vex with that person if they say they're voting that way.
Gary, fine. You're not voting for them. Then who?
Comparison that I'm comparing performance and service delivery here. We're not talking party. So based on performance,
but Gary, wait. Now,
they say they don't make up their mind already.
You lose me, Gary.
For the election bill to call.
Gary, you lose me. Capiza says, Anselm, all that talk, election call, and the morning you're voting for the PNM. So Capiza went into my brain, checked some of my brain cells. He see a P on one side, he see an enemy back, and he see an M to the left side, and he said, what? I know who Anselm voting for. He voting for PNM.
But okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, but I'm talking in general of the population.
No, Gary, don't go up the point. Don't stray. Don't try to shift the goalpost there. Don't try to play for the Soca Warriors and shift the goalpost. I know you and Diana Ben still like to shift the goalpost sometimes.
I am
referring to goalpost shifters.
If they already made up their mind that they're voting a certain way, that is clearly understood because based on the arrogance.
So Gary, you don't know what the policy is, what the manifesto will have. You voting for them.
Hello? Based on previous performance, all right? I'm not saying that's going to be the final nail, but based on previous performance, I wouldn't be surprised that people already made up their mind which way they're going.
That is madness. That is madness. To the fullest. Madness. All right. When PDP comes to Trinidad, what about that?
No, we have seen what happened with that third party. What seats PDP gonna win? PNM seats?
You see, I never see what seats they win. You see, Gary, you're shifting the goalpost, boy.
What difference or what impact can PDP make to remove the PNM? How many seats can PDP win in Trinidad and Tobago?
But Gary, if the PDP wins the 2 seats in Tobago and they win more than a seat, they holding the trump card.
What is gonna be? What is gonna be? It's gonna be like ANR and Bastille Pandey, where Watson Duke.
They might have to go back to the polls again, yeah, or they decide.
It's gonna be where Watson Duke decide he's gonna be prime minister. Is he joining?
But it happens in one of them country of the island. Which one is it? I don't remember. You remember which one is it? I know, Tommy.
I'm just saying, just like how it was decided, right? So,
but Gary, that is exactly what I'm saying. How could you, Gary, you can say, I support this party. No problem. That's the party you support.
I would say support party. I would say support based on previous performance. That you have a certain amount.
But Gary, they get voted out. They get voted out.
In comparison to previous performance, you are judging. I wouldn't vex with anybody if they say, based on the performance they have seen, and compared to Dr. Raleigh really rubbed people the wrong way. You know? He rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And,
but Gary,
the man
they had a second chance.
He's the infidel father of the nation.
He's on his second term right now. If people really believe that his performance was that bad, he wouldn't have seen the corridors of a powerful second
Well,
show.
listen to me. We know how that election went down, right? We saw that spin more into a racial thing than anything else. That wasn't performance. It wasn't a judgment on performance. It was a rejection. All right, and that's how it went. But it was not performance. If they were voting for performance, if they were voting in consideration to their family locked out the country, if they give a damn of the suffering and extent that the people went out the country, they would have voted in a landslide manner against like how what happened in Tobago. They had an opportunity. Now I see in people, I seen a certain woman who was a good friend of mine. And I tell her, I say, voting Esmond Ford is my very good friend. But voting for Esmond is a vote for Dr. Raleigh to repeat what he's doing. And they didn't care. They didn't care. We love Esmond. Yes, I love Esmond too. Esmond's my good friend. But I know supporting Esmond Ford was supporting Dr. Raleigh to go do his nonsense again.
Obviously, the alternative that they had, they didn't think it was better than what they
didn't think. They forget so quick. They forget so quick.
I doubt they forget. Right now, we were talking about a third option, which is the PDP. Right now, if the PDP becomes a third option, you telling me that they cannot make a difference?
To me. Baste Pandey said this was a 2-horse race. And when
what was that? What year was that guy? 20 years ago?
When he pushed his daughter to form a party into the election, I told him that this is a 2-horse race and there's no room for no jackass. All right? So what I'm telling you is here, this is not a 3-way fight. It's either PDP is going to have to join a side. Okay? PDP is going to have to join a side. There has to be an alliance.
But Gary, they don't have to join a side before they contest the election. They could go it alone. And when they go it alone, if they garner 5 seats,
I think the agreement has to be previously. There has to be some mutual understanding.
Gary, but you don't know politicians. If they garner 5 seats or even 3 seats, right? Somebody had to decide if you want to run the government.
Let's draw an example. For instance, Lavente people is so unhappy with the PNM right now, right? What percent of the Lavente people is unhappy with the PNM?
I don't know who they're going to vote for.
What percent they're going to vote for, or what percent is going to vote for PDP?
I don't know who they're going to vote for. Gary, could you have looked into your crystal ball and tell yourself that the PDP would have been sweeping time in Tobago?
I had confidence they was going to win the election.
Gary, Gary, let me repeat my question.
If the election was fair, and I
but Gary, let me repeat my question.
I still have concern about those 3 votes that was chucked in there in the last minute.
Gary, do you believe the PDP would have swept? It was sweeping time for PDP in that recent THA election.
It was surprising, but I was hoping for. When Watson said taking all 15 seats, I said, go ahead, brother, that's what I want. When Miss Boney came in here and she said they're taking 15.
No, she said it 10. 10. She said 10. 10-5.
10-5?
Yeah, she said 10-5.
So
Gary, all the prognosticators did not see a 14-1 sweep for the PDP. I would have never.
I know the possibility of them making, based on what the feedback from Watson and the few other people that came on the program, I had a certain amount of confidence. What I was concerned about was the EBC trying to hijack this thing. That is what I was concerned about.
Clearly that concern was not.
Going back to Trinidad, listen to me. There's a few things that has to be taking place in Tobago first. They have to be successful. They're not just winning an election, right? We have to do what we can on this end to help them succeed. And the bottom line is money talks and bullshit walks. So if PDP cannot drive the economy and PNM somehow or the other is able to suffocate them from doing that, you know, that is going to be, it's going to cause some effect. So what we have to do, what we have to focus on this end here, as I've been preaching from day one I connected it, was to do everything in our power to assist them, to help themselves, and to promote their products and goods economically, to connect with them. As soon as they settle up themselves there, which they're pretty much going to get around to, we have to do everything. Dr. Miss Bernie Fried Chicken must be advertised. A person overseas must know when he go to Tobago, we are going to get him a fried chicken. This is what I want to see. I want to see that we must become ambassadors for them out here. We must form a bond with them to help them grow economically. Because if they cannot deliver the goods, this is not going to be good for them. So we want them to succeed. We have to focus on helping them to succeed there.
So Gary, by law, Tobago have to get whatever allocation they have to get from the central government.
I'm talking about that. I forget that.
But let me add to that. Tobago is going to get foreign direct investment that does not depend on the central government. That's going to have a significant impact on the Tobago economy.
I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see direct investment, direct I
Listen
want
to me.
the outside people to know the man who's selling the bacon shack in Tobago or the crab and dumpling. They must know before they hit Tobago who and where they could get their food.
Listen to what I'm saying.
This is the kind of help we have to give them.
Tobago is going to get serious foreign direct investment that does not depend on the central government of Trinidad.
And that must
Mark
be
my word, December
21st,
2021. I'm telling you, Tobago is going to get significant foreign direct investment that is not dependable on the central government. I will leave it right there. Lana says, Ansem, drink a Guinness. You know, Lana, I really don't drink Guinness in truth, you know.
Guinness milk and egg.
Yeah, boy, Guinness milk and egg, boy. Then I go be. I go want to know how long it is.
Oh God.
Ansem, relax. You should have consulted iShow Google first before anything to do with PNM.
Those are the spokespersons.
Lana said, look, Ansem, we don't cuss. Hey, look, all we come to talk, all we tell them talk. All we come to talk, boy. You know, they love me when I'm talking against the PNM, you know. Oh God, they love me too bad, boy. You know, it's a love-hate relationship, you know. When I talk to PNM, but I'm going to some talk, boy. Hey, boy, that's what I like about Wall Street, you know. Wall Street, that keep it real. But when I talk about the other thing about Senator David Nackett, everybody quiet. Nobody saying nothing. I like Ole too bad. All right, Nadia says, you heard Ansem, the boss himself, said that Rowley and the people. Hey, where Claudia, boy? I haven't seen Claudia in a while. Anybody see Claudia?
Maybe she resting and Mad Dog, those two.
Yeah, Mad Dog and Claudia, they must be resting in truth. Not see say, not skek say, wait, not see want a Guinness now. Hey, look, even Rose going into the mix, yes? Blaze them, Ansem, blaze them. Troy Smith coming to my Ansem, Mr. Gary, later turning in the grave. Oh God! The man says, shame on Isaiah and Kingsley, boy. Kingsley! Them fellas calling your name, boy. What? Oh, they put Kingsley in that. What's the Kingsley? What is going on? Troy Smith, tell me now. Because I don't know, you know. What going on with Kingsley? Diana, you know?
I have no idea. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Tommy, I know. Hey, Nazi and Fistake and where one DMC? Lana, what going on with Kingsley? Only tell me because only know I Lana, only tell me that, man. Albert Montana said Canada has no policy about forcing people to vaccine. And we have about 85% fully vaccinated and many lines for the booster. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what it is.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, but
and I keep saying people are not taking the vaccine because there's widespread civil disobedience against the establishment in Trinidad and Tobago. They don't like the leader They see they kick him out of Tobago. They don't like what's going on. So that's civil disobedience.
Mm.
That's you're telling them they can't march and they can't go here and there. So guess what they're doing? So now you're going and you're threatening their jobs. So guess what's gonna happen? You ain't gonna have no nurses in the hospital. You ain't gonna have no policemen and the criminals gonna be running rampant. The prisoners ain't gonna have nobody watching them. Yeah, all they really want to go down that road. No immigration. You go to Trinidad and Tobago, you're gonna stand up there forever. Dr. Rowley and them gonna have to come out of their office and go and take up the position. Put Ethelbert Hines at the airport to process them people coming in by himself.
Yeah, Albert Montano said we are now given free repetitions last week until most people receive a set of 5 for the Christmas. But you know, in high school, we used to get a repetition every week.
Now Joe Biden is sending tests to your house.
Yeah, you could come and get tested to your house too, boy.
Yeah, they coming like a pregnancy test now.
Yeah, look, Troy Smith said bring Twiggy.
Twiggy not so well.
Yeah. I know. I was leaving that for you.
Yeah,
you know, we never survive in Uganda and some.
Yep. The civil disobedience.
Yeah. But Nadia, what Aisha? I don't know. She say Aisha wicked. What is that one, Nadia?
And Anselm, look, I ain't saying stupid because you have some kind of sense. Look how stupid them is. They said they need how many 100,000s of tax forms to turn in before they can implement the thing?
No, that was for people not to file them. I tell all of them guys are political genius.
You think people going and now threatening them with a job? You think they're sending in tax form?
No,
please.
But Diana, they tell you and they give you the answer. We need 30,000 more forms in order to implement the law. What does that mean? Well, they don't file it. So we can go.
That's it. Don't file nothing. Right? And you're threatening these same people. So if you don't take vaccine, how they gonna pay the tax that you want to implement on them? I don't know. I have a child in school and y'all forcing me to take vaccine. I was gonna take my child to the Ministry of Education. Hey, she need books and she need uniform. All they tell me, all they furlough me because I make it up my mind about the vaccine. Please provide my child books and uniform for me, please.
Yeah. Vonnie Robert says, Gary, Twiggy better. You never see Aisha, Sharon, Dominic, or Google play the video. They're scared. Twiggy not scared to talk out. She still really have to go.
She's not so well.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, what you do with your PNM card?
Gary have a PNM card?
What Capiza said Tobago people is named Macaron? Capiza? What are you talking about? Capiza a man or a woman?
I have no idea.
Capiza?
What do you mean? Tobago people is what?
Ni Macaron.
What I mean now?
Capiza?
I need to call somebody and find out what I mean. Could you break that down for me, please?
Capiza, break it down for me, please.
Break it down for me, please, because I's a Bajan.
Yeah. Capiza, break it down for she.
Break it down. Tell me what Ni Macaron mean.
No, Aisha don't hide, man. Aisha no on the side. She don't hide. She's not hide. No, Aisha come. I told Aisha when she come back with the Red Army reloaded. I say Aisha, that's the Red Army misfired girl. I told her that. She said the Red Army reloaded. I said Aisha.
Reloading?
Yeah, reloaded. That's the Red Army misfired.
Please.
Hey, look at Pizza answer here.
Huh? Ungrateful is what it means?
Where Aisha hiding, boy?
Nah, so Aisha hiding. Aisha don't hide.
So how Tobagonians are ungrateful?
Diana, I don't know, boy. Like they give Pizza something to eat and he drink it. That's all I could.
how is Tobagonian people ungrateful? So you're telling me, let me go down the road, you suppress me, oppress me, repress me, and depress me for all the long years, and then you come here and wave a trinket in front of me just before I about to exonerate myself from all that misery, right? And I am ungrateful because I want to uplift myself. I want to uplift the country. I want something for my children and my children's children. I'm being ungrateful and ingrate. Oh, okay. I'm glad to know. I'm very glad to know by emancipating yourself from mental slavery and political oppression, you are ungrateful. Oh, yeah? Well, I hope some Trinidadians become Nimakaran. Yeah. And emancipate themselves from all that oppression, repression, suppression. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hope in Lavandale people become the biggest Miakaram first.
Yep. Get up and get out.
But
Shake it up.
But Gary and Diana,
this time.
but Gary and Diana, you see, all they want to talk the Lavandale people out of their abuse. All they just want to talk them out of the abuse. All they have to show them. You just got to talk them out of the abuse. Nope. Listen, honestly, I'm in Tobago, right? PNM was trying to pay people out of the abuse for 21 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
They was trying to pay them.
Blackmail.
They was trying to pay them for them to continue to abuse them.
But wait, I said, you think Jack Warner was just talking?
For the golden
Jack Warner was paying too. He was paying too.
Oh, no. You have to ask your friend how much money Jack Warner gives she.
But Jack Warner was paying too. He was paying too.
She was paying for herself.
Albert Montano, Leo Devine spent plenty money in Lavandale, sponsored youth teams for many years, and he died in the coup. Hailey says, Rowley bring a graph when he get elected and say that is Trinidad and Tobago money. A graph. That is all I needed to see. You know, Rowley is the worst thing ever. Okay.
163
No.
million.
You have to see more than that. Hey,
we have one prime minister that was putting the basic sustenance in place so that you can help yourself and bring in the resources to enhance you, and you kick out our prime minister.
Gary, let me repeat again, Gary. I don't like to repeat this.
No,
Gary,
repeat it. Remind me.
Gary, the UNC had a great opportunity to have a seismic paradigmic. I'm saying paradigmic. I'm making up that word. A paradigmic shift in the east-west corridor by renovating that building in speed.
I said the people was not interested in that. Okay. They had a little child. All the prime minister was doing, the little child cussing and threatening how they go kill she and they go do this and do that. What did she do? She hug up the child and she meet with the child. The child had to change her mind after that, right?
Gary,
so
you
they
serious?
wanted to kill this lady.
The people wasn't interested in that.
They wanted to kill this lady.
But Gary, she's the prime minister. She could have the best security detail in Trinidad and Tobago.
Things in place for them, for the poor people to have all the different grants. She had a strategy in place for them to have preschool for the children. There was a lot of things. Ask Kingsley.
Gary. Can I chime in, please?
Go ahead.
I lived in Trinidad for those years. All of those years I was in Trinidad. Okay? And people saw what they saw. The East-West Corridor is who put the partnership in power. Jack Warner was the architect. Where was Jack Warner? One was time to give them a second term.
What do you mean when was Jack Warner? You saw the fallout. You saw the fallout that took place.
Exactly.
And the fallout was spun into something more than it really wasn't. Okay? The fallout was they tried to say it was a racial thing. We had problems. The problems that Suraj Rambachan had with Jack Warner had nothing to do with Mrs. Bisesa. All right.
She was in charge, supposedly.
She was in charge. She was in
if she was in charge, she was supposed to quell the whole thing and fix that. Listen.
What, did you know what she told Jack? Did you know what she told Jack? She told him to fix the issue. She told him to step aside and fix the issue. Right? That's what she told him. She didn't make a fight with Jack in the initial stage. It's guys like Soja and them spoil the thing.
Okay. Well, say no more, right? Say no more. That's
what I'm talking about, you know. I am talking about, and the PNM like to dust this under the carpet, is the level of things this lady put in place to assist our ordinary people to help themselves.
I'm not saying that a lot wasn't done.
Not Lavantil. Not Lavantil.
What do you mean Lavantil? Not Lavantil.
Gary.
Access to all citizens.
Gary, not Lavantil. Not Lavantil. Gary.
Answer them food cards grant went to who?
But listen to this, Gary. The PNM and the UNC have treated the people of Chumakat the same.
No,
the PNM and the UNC.
Get Kingsley in here. All right. The lady put things in place. I hear, but Kingsley with his own mouth put things in place for these poor people to have themselves.
Gary,
she relocated. That's the same abandoned building you're talking about.
Let me say this again.
People, she didn't leave them hanging.
The people of Chumakat Lavantil have suffered the same fate under the UNC for 4 years and the PNM for 6 years.
So what do you say? They didn't benefit from the baby grant and the food card and all the assistance?
Let me repeat that, Gary. The people of Chumakat Lavantil have suffered the same fate under the UNC and the PNM.
And what in particular? With the building? With the building? Mrs.
Thanks for answering. Thanks for answering for yourself.
She responded to them. She didn't leave them hanging. Answer.
We talk about fishing versus getting a fish, right? Teaching you to fish as opposed to giving you a fish. Okay, another thing too. Like I just said, the East-West corridor delivered that election to the partnership. The East-West corridor should have benefited significantly from it, and it would have made a difference.
So what do you think they didn't benefit?
I rest my case.
You think they didn't benefit?
Specific persons. As a whole, they didn't.
You think that they didn't benefit?
Anyway, they did.
Yvonne Bebe or baby. Yvonne, welcome. Gary, you're not probably prepared for you. I'm not probably prepared for you. I'm not probably up for you. Watch this. I know sometimes. I'm gonna put this up for you. I want to put this up for you.
Well, let me tell you, in spite
Gary,
of all
Gary, watch that.
I see it.
Gary, you see that building there? That building is obliquely opposite to the building I grew up in. And this building here, Gary, been sitting for a decade today, December 21st, 2021. 4 years under the UNC and 6 years under the PNM.
But
are you telling me them different? Two of them different? That they do things to them people up there? Nah, Gary. And Gary, the same 3 buildings been sitting there for 15 years.
But I am telling you, the Prime Minister of the time, with your own mouth, relocated them. She didn't leave them out there in the cold.
Gary, I complimented her on relocating them. But listen, you take me out of this, right? You take them out of this. But what about the people in the other 3 buildings who have to go through and see this, Gary, for a decade? If I am 10 years in 2011, in 2021, I'm 20. 10 years I have to go through that mental health.
Seeing that, you think that's bad compared to the sewer water there that walk through to go to school?
You see, you shifting the goalpost now.
No, I ain't shifting the goalpost. What I'm
saying,
she didn't leave them
you shifting the goalpost now.
She didn't. No.
You're shifting the goalpost.
No, I ain't shifting no goalpost.
You trying to give But listen to this, sir. I blame any both of them, and
That's
we
right.
can't exonerate one of them.
Because they're both the same damn thing.
Same damn thing. Same
Both
damn
of them.
thing.
You can't tell me that.
Exonerate one of them, and I put both of them in the same boat.
You comparing she did better than she responded.
You see,
I never said she. I never said she. I never said she. I said the UNC, 4 years under the UNC and 6 years under the PNM.
The UNC had a chance to.
You don't know the plans they had for that place there.
They had a chance to show.
Our plans. Just like the PNM, 6 years and we have plans. 4 years and we have plans.
But
5 years they did.
Again, if she didn't do nothing, leave the people out there to hang, I would have an issue with that. But she did something.
I'll tell you something, Gary. They could have made a major difference, especially when it comes to, like I always say, constitutional reform. It would have created a paradigm shift. They didn't take
property tax.
They didn't take advantage of that power that they got.
Well,
they had overwhelming power.
Property tax today. They had a majority in parliament.
And not a simple majority. No, they had a true real. Yeah.
They could have passed property tax law like they want to.
They could have changed that damn constitution to make it to bring it up to date.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. All of them is the same kettle of fish. Same thing. Same
thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is a prime example. And I will use that example until that bill is fixed.
I've seen a drastic difference in performance. I know we have some very crooked people in there, but
what's the difference in performance in Chumakak? What's the difference?
I've seen drastic difference in performance.
They didn't make a major difference for the entire country. For certain specific areas, they did certain things, but
Gary, why Anselm is bringing up that building, right? There's something called the broken window theory, right? When you leave a building like that, unattended and drafty and holes, it sends a message of some sort of urban blight. Right?
That's right.
And it does, and if left unattended, it signifies that like a lack of care in the community, the kind of environment which is not is acceptable for residents to relinquish.
The other things that she put in
but
place
no,
the people in the community.
And but they needed to address that building.
That's a primary concern.
So what interest did the MP seek in that building while the MP?
I don't know. And if I were them, I wouldn't put back that MP.
You cannot beat up the government on one particular thing when they were putting other things in place to sustain the people and to enhance their ability to help themselves.
But if you're not,
Gary, you don't live up there. You don't live up there. You going through that? You not going through that mental health? You could say what you want. You not going through that mental health up there. When I go back there, Gary, when I go up there to visit you, and I see a building in front there.
More issues than that building up there. They have more issues.
There you go.
Gary, part of the problem is that physical damage that building they're seeing in disrepair. Can I finish? Part of the problem. Part of the problem, Gary, is when they see the building in disrepair, it affects their psychological self.
Mentally. All the hundreds of people up there, when you walking from all the way up the ladder to come down the road to pass that building for 10 years.
So that building causing the people to do the wrong thing? So because
why not?
Let me shift a little here. Run the MC talks about Pantrim Bay headquarters that that is an eyesore, and that is a concern that has to be addressed. I mean, when you really think about it, that is.
So how many citizens in that area has got joined together to form some kind of organization to represent themselves with that building?
If they're not economically empowered,
you don't need to have economics to do that.
Hello, Gary, don't go there. You need an economic base. Gary, you need an economic base in any community to have political clout. Because when you have economic base, the police ain't coming in your neighborhood and harass you.
The police ain't coming in.
You need economic.
If we get
You
sufficient amount of people, Diana, money
You
will make no
need
difference there.
economic base in a community, and then you'll have representation in the political sphere.
I want to know how many people in that community beside Ansem out here. I want to know how many people live there, made an effort to represent.
It starts with their
But
representative.
Gary, how many people in Trinidad fight for us with exile and stranded citizens? You making a statement, but you want people in the community to fight. How many people, how many families in Trinidad who are exiled and stranded citizens outside fight for their family?
I am talking about that building right there in the face.
You see, where you go again.
There was
All
a
right,
scene.
all right.
Most of the country didn't even know there was stranded citizens outside except the personal direct.
Gary, the families of the people who were stranded, how much of them fought for those exiled and stranded citizens?
Like I said,
how much of them came on our programs and talked about their family stranded?
Listen to me. This was not hot topic because before we had this program, right? Before we had this program there, we had a limited amount of press coverage from September, right? After the election, it's only after the election we started to get some coverage, okay, from the press, right?
You know, in the chat, in the chat, I mean, the way what is being said, it makes some sense, but it also gives the impression that it's a one-sided, argument that's taking place. We are not supporting. We're not saying that the PNM is the best thing since sliced bread, or that they're doing good, or they're doing so good. Because
who said anything about the PNM? Who said anything?
Well, no, but when you read the chat, you'd want to think that we are supporting or giving the PNM props or whatever. But we are not. We are saying that both of them are a waste of time. That the people of Trinidad and Tobago needs to wake up and shake up and just get with a new day.
Tommy, Gary, and Dana, all I know, when I go back into my community 44 years later, it is worse. I just want to cry when I go back in Chumaka Clavantil. It is worse. Nothing has improved. Zero, north, south, nothing. No matter which government. And you go tell me because you relocate some people from the building, that is acceptable, and leave the building there for 4 years, and the other party leave it there for 6 years, and that is acceptable? Eh?
But what I'm saying is that when I go back there, it's cry.
Some people don't go through there, or they don't go through there. I who live in that community for the first 18 years of my life.
What I'm saying is that when you get a change of government, they get a chance to really make a difference. And they don't. They don't. It's the same shit over and over and over.
I remember when I first came here in the early 80s, and you who have been here before, the South Bronx and thing was in this, buildings and you know what they did?
Diana, go to the head of the class. Diana, go to the head of the class.
Nobody ain't want to go down in the South Bronx and live. Now, you cannot find a property down there because what they did. Thank you.
Tell me, I was never going to say. I went to school, Boys and Girls High School on Fulton Street between Schenectady and Troy. You know what they used to call Bed-Stuy them time? Do or die Bed-Stuy.
The combat zone. Remember Billy Joel? Billy Joel had the song? Remember Billy Joel had the song?
Of course. Today when you look at Bed-Stuy, you can't even afford a house in Bed-Stuy.
Because the various administration, remember they used to give you sell a building to you for $1, got it out building, but they gave you time to get it in proper shape. They will give you access to capital to help you build up the building. Because and you go down to the South Bronx now and think, I'm like, wow, this is the South Bronx. You can't find nothing down there. The Grand Concourse. I remember buildings used to be in shells. Shells of buildings.
Look at Brooklyn today.
Yeah.
Look at Brooklyn today.
You remind me, no one lives there.
No one lives there. Yeah.
Back in the days, nobody lives there.
Well, nobody lives in Chumaka too.
No. Pull up them the documentaries on thing and see from the 70s and see how those buildings used to look. Now they're like because the establishment they fix up the buildings and it brings the psychological quagmire the people are in. They begin to take pride in their community and their environment. People want to no, Gary, don't tell me. People want to invest.
The people in Lavatil might not have the financial power, but they have the
Well,
inner
then
strength.
they need
They have
access
more
to
inner
capital
strength than the people in central or most parts of the country, because I see when they're
Gary,
ready to respond, when they're ready to retaliate, they're unstoppable. So I have a lot of confidence in them. If they come together, and address this issue, I am telling you that we're going to have some effects of it.
But Gary, I have a problem. Why is it they investing money on Arapita Avenue and they can't invest nothing up in Laventille on that Mova lookout and all that? Them is historical sites, eh? You can why you can't create one avenue somewhere on the out on the main road or the side road or something where well lighted area.
Again, an echo from your phone.
I don't know, probably Tommy, I don't know.
Why
Station
me? Everything is
someone.
me. No, it ain't me. This time it ain't me.
Yeah, no, it ain't me. Station someone, right? If you feel there's gonna be crime and uplift the area. Why everything had to be Arapita Avenue with the 1%ers? So they don't have cooks and thing in the Beetham and Laventille and stuff. They can't fry bacon shark and make roti and doubles and drinks and popsicate drink and mango chow and thing. Why is it only one Arapita Avenue where you gotta go and spend $40 for a beer? Why can't Laventille and the environs get it? I know the roads.
Well,
They can pass through.
why we poor people want to go down there and spend $40 for a beer?
Because there's nowhere else to go. No. Go ahead.
Somebody was 2 minutes away.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
Gary, I never been to Siparia when I lived in Trinidad. And between 2010 and 2015, somebody said, Ansem, I want to take you down Siparia. I said, but wait now, boy. What? The place nice. Well, let me say this. They take me to the nice place.
Okay.
Right? Even if they take me to the nice place, when you go Laventille, where's the nice place?
But you think that happened in one term? You think that happened one term under Kamala?
Well, they need to start.
Yeah, of course. All right, folks, it's in the videos with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay, don't go nowhere. Stick, what song you talking about? We're going to go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after this. We're having a beautiful discussion tonight. Beautiful.
Nothing says on my phone. I like that.
Marvelous.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village to the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. Come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 6 to 9 p.m. Let me just do some things in the chat here real quick. Fish Sticks, what song you want? Daryl Super Sad, welcome, good night. Rose, Tommy, Rose want to know how you doing.
I'm doing good, but Anselm, I wanted to talk about something that's dear to my heart. You see this steel pan museum? I really care about the steel pan. And the steel pan museum, that we should have had one of that in Trinidad for the longest. That I saw that they have on the highway there, on the Churchill Roosevelt Highway. It's pathetic. I mean, nobody ain't standing up to make sure that gets sorted out.
But that's the way we are, Tommy.
Sad.
Pantrin Baby don't even stand up for it. Pantrin Baby don't even stand up for it. Imagine that.
We in a sad state.
So
that's a holy hell going power.
Yeah, Lauren Constantine Tobias. Lauren been here before? All you know?
No, I've never seen that name.
All right, so welcome, Lauren. Lauren, says the pandemic is over. To Dr. epidemiologist Alexander, the worst have gone, and they now want to entrap the citizens. We will fight with all we have, no to coercion, to get vaccinated. Rose, Run DMC, good night, everyone. Good night to you. Dana Benskin, like how long it is, boy. Awatsi Prasad, good night, and season greetings to you as well. Highly say what? Dog bite, mosquito bite, all kind of bite. Yeah, you will play mosquito song just now. I think, yeah.
No, she said all kind of bite. You go in the hospital, it's COVID they have. No matter where you go in the hospital for, it's COVID they have now.
Yeah. Darryl, welcome. Nadia. Awatsi Prasad, welcome. Let me block this other person here. We're getting some bots in here. As soon as we get them, we just block them. Rose, nice answer. I don't go through some of this. Answer Roger Martian tomorrow, boy. Answer Roger is the first thing they arresting, Hailey says. You know how long we didn't see Mad Dog? That's true, no, but Mad Dog was on one of we lives the other day.
Okay. Maybe he can't be on or he working or something.
Yeah, but we didn't see Ellis either. The police service against mandatory vaccination is good for you. When we was peacefully marching around the Red House and Savannah, all they want to beat and arrest. It's good for you.
What a thing.
Yeah. You know, I want to read something else while here. Kylie say, Ansem, so who you think running Trinidad and Tobago? The same people from Lebanon areas. Okay. Okay, all right. So they could do what they want then. Hey, Nadia, thank you so much.
I say for excuse. I say we are the majority and we allow them to do that.
Ansem have a tight tongue. He say Netherlands instead of Lebanon. Not what are you talking about? I say Lebanon, boy. I say Netherlands.
Lebanon. No, you didn't say no Netherlands. You said Lebanon.
Yeah, well, I don't know what not stick like you have some yellow cotton in the ears.
Wax in the air.
Somebody say go end up into a coalition government. An allyship, PDP in Tobago, half and half in Capiza. Half and half.
You know, Capiza, you know making some sense, boy. Capiza, you know making some sense.
I want to see how many PNMC the PDP could win in Trinidad.
Gary,
they're gonna have a coalition government. They're gonna have half and half.
You know,
I've vexed tonight. Hey, but I was telling all you, I just want to go through some of these things here because I wanted them to go. UNC, United National Country. What is that one for stick by? Wait, Ali, you voted for the Pepto-Bismol party? Ali say you voting PDP or PEP. Oh, you know who you're voting for. You know what the manifesto look like?
Right, what are their plans?
Wait now, boy. Ekabodi come in here. Ekabodi says, there's a new person, eh? Ekabodi, welcome. Listen to this. Listen to Ekabodi. Well, you think we have problems in Trinidad? Listen to Ekabodi, the new one come.
Ekabodi,
yeah, Ekabodi. Approach to you, Mr. Naked. What you can't tolerate, you cannot change. Ekabodi. So you see? So you know what? Ekabodi, if you have kids, you should allow, if you have a daughter, you should allow your husband to curse you every day. To call you the same type of names what Naked calling the Prime Minister and the President. And you should just say, you should give him a round of applause every time you do it. Applause to you, my son-in-law. Great job. That's what I want you to do, Ekabodi. Every time they call them the same names as how Naked call them, I want you to give them a round of applause too. Don't forget to do that, you know. Don't forget to do that. And when your kids call you the same thing, say, well job. Good job, son. Good job, daughter. Call me that at any time. It's okay. Be serious. What? Listen to this now. You know, sometimes I wonder, listen to this. Run DMC says, you're watching a PNM, bringing a country citizens to his knees, and you're supporting that. Right? Wall Street, PM deserves it and more. What? You know, I'm not going to address this again. Who stood up for exile and stranded citizens?
And who fighting for and calling them out on the grants and all that? Who?
For Chumakak. Ron, I want you to start a fight for the people of Chumakak. Or I want you to fight for a cause, right? That have something to do with that the UNC not fighting for. Fight for a cause that the UNC, because the PNM not fighting for them people in Chumakak, Lavantil. And the PNM acts not fighting for that because them is not activists, them is just acts.
No.
Right? The Tovis, I will give them the Tovis some other time. Them only is acts. Right? And all here, when them buildings get painted and that building get demolished, I taking full credit. Full credit. I gonna make a live for 2 hours. 2 hours. I taking full credit. But I heard Brady tell me they don't want to fix them thing because they will make me more powerful. They say, boy, if we fix them building, Wall Street will be too powerful now because you're fighting for them things so long. The damn boy won't stop.
Answer. Right? Can you get some investors? Forget the government. If we decide to buy the building, right?
Gary, you think them will sell? You think them selling that building now?
Especially.
No, they will sell that building. But, you know. Yeah, Fistick said he thought Ansem said earlier he stopped put up UNC or talk about. Yeah, I did stop. But for the short time. But then I start over again. I didn't stop permanently. Hey, look at what people start saying voting PDPS. Hey, Nadia says she voting PDP 2 years. What? All you are calling all you out, you know. Let me see. Who not cake voting? Not cake. Not cake say you already know you're not voting for. Who is that? Not cake. Or Aragon Phillips. No, you voting for the Pepto-Bismol party. Lana, who you voting for? Hey, wait. Run the MC say, hold on. Nah, boy, this might be a good one from Run the MC. I have to read that one. Let me see. If PDP come to Trinidad to compete the generals, then we'll split PNM votes and the UNC will be victorious. Nah. Hey, look at Hailey, boy. Hailey said voting PDP, Philip Alexander or Mia Motley. Nah, you can't vote Mia Motley. Dana.
PDP had to field all 41 seats.
No,
I can vote for Mia.
Yeah, hey, nuts cake. I know, boy, like Stafford abandoned me, boy. I call him.
Hey, Tommy, Dukaran was going to take all 41 seats too, you know. He was fully confident.
Nah, you know, like
timing is everything. Gary, timing is everything. It wasn't time for that yet.
Correct.
Look what Inar did when they did what they did. It was the right time.
Hey, highly, Nadia, you may not like Philip Alexander, but he have the smarts to run a proper government. That fella is a disaster. Anything that fella touch blows up. He and Gary Griffith and he, 2 peas in a pod. That's why they are so good with each other. Anything them boys put their hands on, it blows up. Gary Griffith, Army, blow up. Gary Griffith, Minister of National Security, blow up. Gary Griffith, COP, blow up. Gary Griffith, not a COP, 2 COP, right? He was with the party and then he was in the police COP, blow up, right? I mean, how much time Philip Alexander changed the party? How much time? He was pep, then he was no longer the leader, then he was better, whatever it is. But listen, the fella has some great ideas. He has some fantabulous ideas. But you see, the messenger, he is not the messenger. He is not supposed to be the leader of the party. You have a large following on social media, large. When Philip Alexander go on media, large. But Philip Alexander doesn't have the temperament, right? He has great ideas, fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous ideas. But when you mash up things like that, people have to take Pepto-Bismol. Nothing else. Yeah, Nutskate. PDP could garner some votes in Tobago. Not some votes, plenty votes.
Right.
Trinidad.
And it's not what, it's how. It's not what, it's how.
Yep. Lana, you're right. Next election, we'll have 3 major parties. Gary,
and
Nadia said Gary Mabia well said.
3 major parties, and guess what's going to happen? PNM going back right there with a third force.
Hey, listen.
Gary, you don't know that for sure.
Unless there's a coalition agreement.
No.
Yes.
Listen, the next election is 25. 25 is how many years from now? You want to tell me over the next couple of years we cannot put together 41 candidates?
What, PDP?
Yep.
And how many seats PDP going to win in Trinidad? Tommy, let's be realistic. We have seen that. We have been around that circle so many times.
It's not what they do, it's how they do it. It's not what they do, it's how they do it. If they get it right, they will win. Because people are hurting.
Listen to me. What we wish for and what is reality is 2 different things.
Gary, let's say one party wins 20 seats, another party wins 19 seats, and another party wins 2 seats.
Oh.
And then the party that wins 2 seats goes with the party that wins 19 seats. What happens?
Well, which party do you think Muslim you were going to team up with?
Gary, I didn't say that. No, I didn't use that. I'm just saying
okay.
Any party.
Okay.
Any party. One party have 20.
The fight is against the PNM, right?
You see, you fighting against the PNM. I didn't say PNM or UNC. I said if one party gets 20 seats.
But which is the oppressor right now, answer? Where's the fight against?
You see, you're missing the point.
No, you're missing the point here. What is the purpose of this mission? It's to remove the oppression. And if that party is the oppressor, then the other parties have to go against that oppressor.
But Gary, to move the oppressor, as you say, people don't want the next oppressor. People don't want oppressor A or oppressor B. They might want oppressor C.
Which evidence you have that the UNC partnership was oppressive? There might have been some corruption, but no oppression. No, there was no oppression there.
Well, they don't want it.
Go back and evaluate. They don't want what?
They don't want what was there before. And I never voted, and what I hear, and I don't want it neither.
All right, let me tell you something. Wait and see what's going to happen. Wait and see.
I don't want it neither. Take it on, so I'll be right back.
There was a lot of propaganda about Mrs. Bisesa government also. No? There was a lot of things spilled by the PNM, and people were buying the bullshit. And we also see the same way we see the PNM giving the PDP a very hard time in Tobago is the same thing they were trying to do. They were still trying to root Trinidad under the UNC government.
Diana Festick want to know if you hear the new song, No Here on the Piggy.
Now you see you see this attack with Faris against the PDP and Duke, right? Looks like to me like a very personal vendetta. You understand? So we have to watch this. We have to watch Faris with this nonsense he carrying on, because they're going to continue to attack. They're going to continue to attack with full force. They're going to make life of the THA miserable. Watch and see. Watch and see the reports. Wait until Faris, Farley and you come in here to the bullet.
Gary, don't predict negativity. You have to think positive. You have to. If you want positive, you have to project that. If you project negativity, you just going down a wrong road. That's my opinion.
Tommy, I see clearly how wicked, not a matter of prediction, and evil the PNM is. Okay?
Well,
I see how wicked and evil they are.
We agree on a lot of things, including the way they behave. But what are the alternatives?
What do you mean, what are the alternatives? We have to be very realistic what the alternatives are. And listen, I am not trying to fix no party. Any party want to take government or to serve must fix themselves. I am not here trying to fix no party. I am interested in improving my country, and I'm going to be in anybody's face, whether UNC, PNM, or whatever letter the alphabet you want to call yourself. I will support where I see necessary, but I am not fighting to fix no party. I am telling all parties, if you want to be or you want support, you better fix yourself and fix your house.
Yeah, exactly. Because we see one is not performing right, the other one is not performing right. So two non-performers. What you gonna do? You're just gonna say I'm gonna replace or do an exchange and come on. We just need new.
You're missing the point again here, Tommy. Even though the UNC PPG was in government, the PNM was still running the show and undermining the show. All right? It will take more than one term to really clean up this mess. And it has to be done with a heavy hand. You can't be fearful. You can't be fearful.
You see, all of them working against the populace. They're just working for a few.
We cannot continue to vote and remain silent after our government is in office. Okay? We have to dictate the terms and conditions. This is what I'm throwing out there. Anyway, how many people showed up on Sunday to support Victor Roberts? How many people showed up on Sunday to support Victor Roberts in the push-out? Tell me if all are for real. Tell me if all are for real. Are they really unhappy?
I'm glad you asked that.
So Run DMC says the only reason the PNM don't want to complete the building in Chumaka. The only reason the PNM don't want to complete the building in Chumaka is because of Wall Street. It will satisfy his ego and boost his moral, and he will gloat. You all hear that? Diana, Tommy, and Gary. Let me repeat it. The only reason the PNM don't want to complete the building in Chumakak is because of Wall Street. It will satisfy his ego and boost his moral, and he will gloat.
Are we frozen?
No, we still here.
No, while you're all on air, I'm doing my piano lessons homework, so in between. I'm learning
So
to
that means
play
you're
the
gonna
piano.
play a song for us soon.
No, yeah, soon.
Okay.
Soon next year.
Oh. Well, next year is less than 2 weeks away.
Mm.
So that is very soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I was just looking at the chat while we staying still here. What we are saying, or what I am saying, is that we need a completely new outlook in Trinidad and Tobago, because what has been happening for eons hasn't been working, and for the most part, we know that the playbook lends to the madness. None of the performers wants to change the playbook when they get a chance to do so. So what we need is a new performer who would take on that task of changing the playbook to make our lives better in Trinidad and Tobago. That's just my opinion, my humble opinion.
Let me ask only a question. Let me ask only a question. Fishstick say the way Wall Street is sound is like PNM not help all you, UNC not help all you, or you don't have a choice, so vote PNM. Have I ever come here and tell anybody who to vote for? Have I ever tell anybody who to vote for? Have I ever implied for anybody to vote for anybody? That time will come soon. But have I ever done that? Capiza say 44 years, nothing in Carolina East. Capiza, I really don't know. That's not my expertise. Other people can answer that. 65 years, Lavantil with PNM, all you're watching elsewhere. Talk now. Not kicking using my language, but 65 years, Lavantil with PNM. And all you're watching elsewhere. Talk now. Yes, so folks, when I become prime minister and I decide to spend 500 million in Lavantil, nobody don't complain, eh?
Now we are
Nobody
talking.
don't complain.
Now we are talking. Make up your mind.
When I decide to spend 500 million and fix over Lavantil and environs, I don't want nobody to complain, eh?
Listen
Right?
to me. Now we are talking. Now we are
Nobody
talking.
complain. All right?
Okay.
Nobody. 500 million. The same 500 million spent anywhere else, I'm spending that in Lavantil. I'm fixing up Lavantil, fixing up Mover, the roads, I'm beautifying the place. All them houses up in Picton, I'm beautifying them. Again, artists to paint nice mural on all them houses. So when people passing in town and they look up, you will really see nice murals on all those houses, the big tanks up there. Putting artists, putting them to work, all the artists in Lavantil, let them work, get them employment, gainful employment, let them use their artistic abilities, let them paint all the houses, all of them. 500 million, $500 million we spending up there. That's what we do. We beautifying the place, fixing up all them walls, going up to Lavantil, them people walls, right? People have wall as a fence, we beautifying them walls. So when you're in your car and you pass, you can see the heroes of Lavantil, right? You can see some heroes of Trinidad as well, right? Encouragement, enlightenment. Them building in them, nice colors. We putting new walls. We putting nice glow at night things on top of them buildings. Them 4 buildings up in Chumaka.
I just have one condition. That you employ the people from the area to do the job. That is my
You know what I just say? I say artists from the area.
I'm talking about the construction and from A to Z.
Yeah.
A to Z. The people must get. That is my policy. The people from that area must get the job.
I'm spending $500 million. I ain't gonna build no building. I ain't gonna build no building in Trinidad. We don't need no more buildings in Trinidad. Right? I ain't gonna build no flyover. We only 5 people walking over a week. Right? I ain't gonna build no highway. We only 5 cars passing a week. All of them thing, all them days done. All them days done. And watch ya, the people in Trinidad go cuss me. They go cuss. Why you so biased for Lavantil? What about our constituency? Why you have to do everything for Lavantil? Because you, yeah? All right, if I get one term, I'm good. I only want one term. One term. I want to be a one-term prime minister. I tell you all that time. One term. And I want to fix Lavantil for once and for all, so we can get it over with. And people can't say, well, yeah, look,
Well, so wait a minute. You just going to be the prime minister until then?
No, you know what I said? I said I'm spending $500 million in Lavantil. I'm the prime minister for everybody, but I am fixing the place that need to be fixed most of all. So we can no longer say 65 years under the PLM and look at the condition Lavantil in. I'm fixing it. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. Yeah, Philip Alexander is a disaster. What we need what we need a PDPIM in Trinidad. What is that? PDPIM in Trinidad. What is that? What is that?
Anselm, who's Davis Emil? You know that name?
Yeah, I know you.
He said he's already put in for your Minister of National Security job.
Okay, you want to be Minister of National Security?
Yep, and he's telling you what his plans are as your Minister of National Security.
Davis Emil, welcome, my friend. Hamadullah Wahid, welcome.
He says, as Minister of National Security, under your government, Wall Street, I will properly address the crime issues we now face in TNT.
So what position again Aisha Wells now?
Eh?
What position again Aisha Wells?
Aisha Wells going to be ambassador to Uganda.
Ambassador?
You said another Gorky banishing her?
Oh, you mean our banishing she? Alekini will be ambassador.
It's another Gorky.
That's the ambassador to Uganda, man.
Okay.
The six I live in a PNM struggle and saw performance under UNC. It was the first time I voted in 2010.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I ain't seen that the Savannah is the best place. The Savannah. Oh, Darrow. Where's that Savannah story? Oh, Capiz, I want to know who getting the pressure washer work. Capiza, where you from? We go work something out, man. If you're from Lavantil, you go work something out. Yeah, boy, Davis, boy. Welcome. Well, let's say welcome to Davis. Davis, we go work things out, man. Minister of National Security. Yeah, of course. Tax me in Caron. Capiza say what? Text me in Caroni to fix Lavantil. Yeah. All right, okay. Everybody talking, eh? No, not cake. You don't know that. No, I being truthful with you. Me ain't coming and giving you 6 for no 9. I go and fix Lavantil. $500 million I spend on Lavantil. They spend $500 million in the warehouse and it's still leaking. Eh? Right? They spend millions of dollars on a walkover that only 5 people just walk over on a weekly basis. Right? They spend on a highway what break down in less than a month. All the money they spend, all them costs over, and they spend $400 million on live sport. $400 million. What we see for it today? $400 million.
Check and see who benefit from live sport. Check and see who benefited from it.
What are we seeing today, Gary?
Huh?
What are we seeing today from live sport?
We need some information on who ripped up the live sport program. We need to see where that money went.
No, that gone and done.
No, I take on. We want to see, we want the information where the money went. There's no going there.
Nutskake said will be the first candidate to get minus 1,000 votes, minus 100,000 votes. For Nutskake, the people want to come and tell them truth. Because I don't know who build that walk over, you know, but I know they have a walk over in Diego Martin. Only 4 people that walk over a week. It costs millions of dollars. Right? We have to get real in Trinidad and Tobago. We have to get real.
How you know it's only 4 people walk over there?
I sent a drone. A drone.
Oh,
a drone.
God.
I sent a drone. I sent a drone and drone see one person a day. One person walk over Monday, the same person walk over Tuesday. Then they bring the brother Wednesday. Then Thursday they come back by themselves. No, we have to be serious in Trinidad and Tobago. We just talk all kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We just talk all kind of thing. But when time comes to seriously get on to brass tacks is a different story. I telling all you I go and fix Lavantel. I fixing Lavantel.
Ask them which roadway the walkover goes over.
No, that's done by you see when you pass Cocoride, going to Diego Martin, and you go to Goodwood Park, like you're going to Carnage, and then you're going to Digo, it's have a walk over there. I would have said, I don't know how true it is. You know? Because listen, if I am hey, no, not cake, I sure about that, eh? I saw my wife and all the family voting for me. I sure about that one. My wife and my family voting for me. Not like that. The other party in Tobago, the man gets 0 vote by. Might even vote for himself. Yeah, Dana, we hear you practicing.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right, let me see what else I have in. Oh, let me see what else I have in the bag here, man. What else I have here? Boy, I don't know, everybody. We have to get real in Trinidad and Tobago. We have to get real. We just can't continue to go the same way and expect to get different results. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear Twiggy talk. I hear Twiggy speaking truth to power.
Yep.
I see. By the way, Stafford just sent me a message. He said it was lights went for years, and you know he couldn't connect. So we gotta try him for another day. Only what just one year? What's just 1 year? We're not serious. What's just one? Only think we serious? Let me show you. But we just only we like to talk the talk, but we don't like to walk the walk, man. You know? We can't continue doing things the same way and expect to get different results. What do you call that? Insanity? What's just one? I remember this. What's this?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. We just want to take a little look at the impact of the closure of Petro on sport. The trip would have brought us here to Guacara Park, where we're taking a little look at the Petro Sports Club and the surrounding facilities that were closed with the closure of Petro. And so this is the pavilion area here. We just taking a little look at it here. You know what I mean? And look at the pavilion area. Some of it's still looking kind of decent, but some of it woefully overgrown. You know what I mean? In grass. Woefully overgrown. Underkept. There's no upkeep of the facility. The place is in a totally dilapidated condition. And we want to take a look at this international cricket pitch. we would have all seen or witnessed many, many matches, international cricket matches being played right on this ground. The ground is overgrown, it is underkept. Well, definitely it's not utilized. Yeah. So we're taking a look. We just want to look at the condition. I mean, we can't venture across to some of those places. Yeah. That looks like an anaconda on top there now. And so we're saying that the closure of Petrotrin would have had a devastating impact on sport. So all persons who would have come out here and played a little cricket on an afternoon, some football, we would have had table tennis and all different sports, and we had a venue that was readily available for the playing of tennis and other sports. We realize here what going on. These things are overgrown, underkept, and so sport would have also suffered in Trinidad and Tobago as a result of the closure of Petrotrin. And it's something that I want us to really be mindful of, because when we listen to the narrative, most of the times the narrative is only workers. And yes, workers have been impacted dreadfully. But we want to also be mindful and take note of the fact that our sportsmen and sportswomen no longer have facilities available to play whatever their sport was. Whether it be in Faizabad, where the club closed down, you know what I mean, and in all the different areas where we had different facilities that has all been closed. And so we want to mark and note that the closure of Petrotrin really had a devastating impact on sport in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, you hear that? Right?
Yep.
And to tell you the truth, man, I ran there many times, yeah? Right? No way, all that one come there.
Yeah, man. Neighbor, I'm coming through. It's Kenny. Hold your dog. I went time with neighbor.
So folks, I ran many times in Trinidad and Tobago, yeah? And Garakawi is a place I used to go and run. You understand? And my son, when he went to Trinidad to try out for the under-17 team, he actually stayed in the Petrotrin clubhouse. You know, and this is what it has come to in 2021. And we're spending our money on all of that kind of buildings, all these buildings, right? And we're spending millions of dollars on the Attorney General apartment, another apartment, Attorney General buildings in Port of Spain. Millions. We're not serious. We ain't serious. We're not serious.
Same thing over and over. We tired of the same thing.
Davis, Emil, don't worry, you're going to hear from me. You know we friends on Facebook. You're going to hear, don't worry. You're going to hear. And somebody will sing Mary of a Little Lamb on Thursday. But folks, listen. Yeah. Yeah, boy. What's this one now? Jesus Christ is speaking. Who's this one now? I wonder if that's I wonder if this is Mami Jesus' cousin. Jesus Christ is speaking.
Is Makasi and Anasi somebody new?
No. Excuse me. No. They've been here before. They've been here before. Davis Emil is new. I think he come up from on my Facebook page. For 16, there's a video Abud made about chemicals in the Diego Martin River. I'll go look for it. Yeah, not skicks my wife even new voting for me. She taking her
And
IOU.
Sam, I think our good friend, I think I saw something this week where Gary Aboud's mom died.
What?
Yeah, his mother.
Huh?
And Ramesh Lawrence Miraj's wife, Lynette. I saw something that she died recently.
Really? Wow. Condolences to all of them, man. I hope it's not COVID though.
She was in England.
Which one?
Maharaj.
Oh, okay. Boy, I don't know, boy. I don't know, boy. It seemed like if all we doing in Trinidad lately is spinning top in mud, man. And we don't know.
And Slim, it's not lately, that's been happening.
What? Jesus Christ is a Coast Guard sailor? Oh, God. Yeah, we're spinning up in mud in Trinidad. You know, we had the AG coming out and talk. We had the Prime Minister talking, right? We have mandatory vaccination in Trinidad and Tobago. We have the judge talking about mandatory vaccination, right? We have the union, OWTU and Seroja and them, you know, going on talk about, you know, mandatory vaccination. You know, I mean, Trinidad is in a proverbial mess. We have some of the highest, you know, COVID-19, you know, fatalities in the country, in the world. You know,
kind
so
of thing.
I don't know what else to say, man. You know, we need a lot of prayers in Trinidad and Tobago. We need a lot of prayers.
We need a miracle.
You know, I
Remember, faith without work is death, you know, so we need action too.
Say that again, Tommy. So, we're gonna.
You hear what I said? Faith without work is death.
Whose work is that?
Faith without work is death.
Okay. So Run DMC, closing comments in the chat. Capiza Enterprise. Capiza. Put closing comments in the chat. And I don't know if this Jesus Christ guy is real.
In the chat.
Yeah.
The real Jesus Christ. Yeah, he real.
Jesus Christ is speaking?
I don't know.
He real?
In the chat, I don't know.
All right. And Jesus Christ is speaking. Put closing comments in the chat. Let me get one other person. And Lana. Well, I ain't see Takesha today. I'm to Takesha.
Maybe she resting. Getting ready for the holidays. Who knows?
Okay, Lana. So Lana, Run DMC, Capiza, and Jesus Christ. Put closing comments in the chat. So we need to put dear to our faith. Okay. All right. Um, so folks, of course, we're not having a show on Saturday, right? So we're gonna do a Christmas show Thursday, Diana, right?
Play Christmas music, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna play
Mhm.
Christmas music on Saturday. And we have some people already
On
sent in
Thursday.
Thursday. And what we do, we could run a replay of the show on Thursday and Saturday. So
Christmas.
if we run in the replay, right? So everything will come up like normal. So even though you guys may see the thing come up, that means it will be a replay of the show from on Thursday. Okay? So if you guys want someone to come in the chat, that's fine. You know, we can do that, but so we run a replay.
I thought you was doing a replay of the show we had, talent show.
On Saturday.
The talent show. Oh, okay. On Christmas Day, all right.
Oh, you want to do a rerun of the
Yeah, that'd be nice. Cause quite a few people didn't get to see it.
Okay,
To
we can do
tell
that.
them
We can do that.
since they're
We can do that.
relaxing.
Yeah.
And you could put
So,
out a blitz that put out something that you're running the show on Saturday.
So we have Jesus Christ. Lana already put in the closing comments. We need Run the MC and Capiza. Right? You know, I think this festive season here. So here's my quote before we go. And I want to say two tonight, right? One is by Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter says, the measure of a society is found in how they treat their weakest and most helpless citizens. Let me repeat that. The measure of a society is found in how they treat their weakest and most helpless citizens. And the second one is, when it's uncomfortable, when it's unpopular, even when it's dangerous to speak the truth, is the precise time that the truth should be spoken. Let me repeat that. When it's uncomfortable, when it's unpopular, even when it's dangerous to speak the truth, is the precise time that the truth should be spoken. From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, I'm going to be brief. I just want to ask the question, is an unvaccinated person an infected person? And why are you taking that stance with the public service workers, Dr. Rowley? You should give them a freedom of choice. Everybody have a safe night. Stay safe. Wash everything possible. Social distance. And until we see you on Thursday again. Good night, beloved people.
Okay. Tommy?
Yes, sir. This first quote is by John Holmes, and it goes this way. There's no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting up people. Also, there's one by Anne Frank that I would like to say. It says, no one has ever become poor by giving. And finally, this one's by Gloria Andorra, and Anzaldora. It says, I change myself, I change my world. A pleasant good night to each and every one, and be safe until we meet again. Blessings to all.
Gary, you closing?
Yeah, I'd like to thank each and everyone for joining us tonight. And I would like to encourage you to support those who are standing up for you in the country. Your support is necessary. This fight is about all of us working to make a better Trinidad and Tobago for all of us. We out here
are interested in collaborating with you in this fight, but you are the ground troops. We are dependent upon you to take a stand. With that, I will say good night, and I will look forward to see you guys on Thursday.
Thank you, Gary. So here we go. We're gonna start with Curry's good night as well. Good night, Nadia. First one is Run DMC. As the legendary Bob Marley last words before he died, money can't buy life. Thank you, Ron. Capiza says, good night, host. Be safe. Get your vaccines. Jesus Christ says, I hope the PM and the President of this beautiful republic rethink their decisions as of lately and stand for their people and not for themselves. Thank you, Jesus Christ. And Lana says, never regret a day in your life. Good days bring happiness and bad days brings experience. So folks, we want to say thank you very Davis, Emily, welcome as well. Thank you, good night. And folks, we're gonna go out with Crow song, Belated, because you know when people get in certain positions, they just forget who get them in those positions. You know, so here's Crow people. Good night.
I just want to warn me children, in this world it ain't no friend. If you have, thank God if you have, cause your friends them don't care if you have. My friends who I had to get big position, they just forget this California. Since after election, they start moving so straight. I keep calling them all day long. Tell me how I call it. Hello, Mr. Not answering and he won't call. Hello, Rowley. Don't forget to grow up. Why these friends of mine not answering? I feel like just stranded for to make them something. I'm calling them and they making a big fuss, but I simply wanted to share. Come fix all she people and them. Reach me about she plant like substance fresh. 3 years on the road, waiting friends on the road. You have a right to fix your people. If you don't tell me, go tell you, it's suffering. Time for it. Try and run something. Go kill the messenger. Go vex with me at all. They could still use this song as a wake up call. Get me how I call it. Hello, belong. For you to hold on. Hello, Nicole. fronting all to beg them something. I've been calling them and they're making a big fuss, but I still want to wish them a belated Merry Christmas. I call them on work, I call home, call them on all their cell phone. How come soon as election done, they change all the numbers around? If I who refuse money, all them money, show them straight as I bust me got them singing for them so sweetly. Now they actually want to treat me. What's that difference? Tell me again how I call it. Hello, hola. She and all refuse to answer. Hello, champagne. I hear she busy on social media. Why these friends of mine not answer him? I feel them just fronted. Oh, I want to beg them to something. I keep calling them and they're making a big fuss, but I simply wanted to wish them Merry Christmas.